It's the high school football game of the week on Wild Country 107.7. Tonight's game is brought to you by Pidcock Glass, McFadden Insurance, Tanks Auto Trading Post, your local McDonald's, First National Bank, Little Italy Pizza in Nelsonville, Gloucester, and New Straitsville, J&K Contracting, Fred Wolf Automotive, Athens Insurance Services, Athens Automotive Keys, Rutland Bottled Gas, Tri-County Career Center, H&R Block, Holzer Health System, and Coach's Appliance Heating and Air. Let's head out to the stadium for tonight's game on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome, everybody, to another Friday night football game here on Wild Country 107.7. It's your game of the week as we get into the Fred Wolf Automotive pregame show. I'm Dustin Goldsberry alongside Isaiah Lyles. We come to you live from Federal Hocking High School as the Lancers go pink tonight in a breast cancer awareness. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and they do go pink tonight in their game against the Manchester Greyhounds in Week 7 football action. Isaiah, the stands are starting to fill up. Sun's starting to set here on the Federal Hocking Lancers football field here at Lester and Betty Green Field. A good night and a cool night that's going to happen here in Week 7.
It is. It's going to be two, small school teams going at it here, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. It should be a great team. Two teams that are, 2-5 on the year. Hasn't been what they wanted, but when you get a chance to meet up like this, see who can fight for that third win in an interesting Division 7, who can maybe fight for that 16th spot in the playoffs roster. That's what both these teams are looking at with the possibility of a win.
Yeah, that's exciting news for a program like Federal Hocking that's coming in a fresh year that is able to get a full 10-game season in and actually be able to get that full 10 games is a big impressive thing, because the Lancers just a couple years ago didn't have a football team at all. They weren't able to put any jerseys on this field, and then last year they built a smaller team. They get 4 games in, they look a little better, and then this year finally able to get the full roster going. They picked up 2 wins earlier in the season. Last week was a tough loss for the Lancers, but in that loss, they did lose 65-0 to Lyndon McKinley, but you go up and you face a Division III school in Columbus, Ohio, and really I think the options were limited as to who had an open week.
Right.
And the Lancers went in, as a Division 7 school, very small, and they went into just a bigger and faster, stronger team, but they kept their heads held high, and they're ready for Week 7 football coming against Manchester tonight.
They really are. This team loves to return home. They do pretty well when they come back home, and I think that they have got the guys out there that are going to be able to keep them in this game. It is about getting it to the athletes on the outside, like Johnny Campanaro, like Ty Walker, and Brody Rutter's got that ability. It is all about those guys up front getting in just enough time to get them to that spot there.
Yeah, exactly. If you can get those playmakers to be able to make those plays and get them to the outside where they have the open field, they can make guys miss. They have the ability to be those elusive athletes, and that's going to be the key for the Lancers to be able to put up the points. The Manchester Greyhounds have been a team to know. They've known to be a team to give up points, but they're also a team that's known to put up points as well.
They really do. I mean, they've got a big quarterback out there in, Leland Horner, and, we see him standing out there on the sidelines with his guys. He could probably play, if you thought about it, he could be the starting center, starting tackle, just about anything on this team, but instead he is going to be throwing it all over the place. He's got a couple guys on the outside he likes in Rocky Elam, Joel Blythe, those guys, but it's going to be Mason Gilliam, one of these smaller guys they even have, at least in weight-wise. He's a tall guy that stands in the backfield there with him. He just runs until the wheels fall off basically every game.
And, that's the strategy that goes behind this Greyhound offense is Mason Gilliam. He is a little back, but he's elusive in the backfield, able to get those holes, hit those pockets fast. And, he's going to be that workhorse for these Greyhound offense. It's going to be up to the Federal Hocking defense to be able to bring their A game tonight and allow, a minimal scoring night. If they can do that, they stand a chance at definitely being able to put up points on the board as the Lancer band comes onto the field to give us a performance, a pregame performance. It's going to be a good night, like I said, here from Federal Hocking High School. We got about 11 minutes left. We'll go ahead and take our first break of this Fred Wolf Automotive pregame show and be back for more of these teams and break this down here on Wild Country 107.7.
In Nelsonville, Fred Wolf Automotive is your local solution to your automotive needs. Whether it's your first car or your last, they are here to help. People always ask, who was Fred Wolf? He was their great-great-grandpa who had a car dealership in Nelsonville in the 1950s. They thought it was fitting to bring his name and some of his entrepreneurial spirit back to life. The inventory is constantly changing, so if they do not have what you are looking for, please give them a call. Local people who love to help local people. Fred Wolf Automotive, located at 1273 Chestnut Street in Nelsonville, 614-309-1756.
It seems like the cost of everything is on the rise, but Erie Insurance can help make sure your auto insurance premium isn't one of them. Avoid rate increases with Erie Rate Lock. Even if you have a claim, your rates won't go up until you change your car, driver, or address.
Your Erie agent is McFadden Insurance. Get a quote today by calling 753-1905.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Other conditions and limitations at erieinsurance.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Psst. Want to know how to get more for less? I'm talking the most bang for your buck. It's the one and only McDonald's app, slinging deals every day. So start with your choice of any breakfast sandwich, like a delicious crispy chicken biscuit or tasty egg McMuffin for just $3. Or spend just $1 and get free medium fries. The McDonald's app is out here doing the most, and you're getting more because of it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 9/16/24 to 10/6/24. Participating McDonald's. Valid when product served. Valid once a day. Must opt into rewards. Excludes tax.
Who can you turn to when you need a general contractor? Choose someone with over 30 years of experience, is licensed and insured. Choose the professionals at J&K Contracting. They're a full-service commercial and residential contractor. From new builds to remodeling, J&K Contracting has you covered from the ground up. Excavating or concrete, roofing or siding, replacement windows or decks, kitchen and bathroom remodels. One call, they really do it all. Call J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521. That's J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521.
Tri-County Career Center offers students the opportunity to earn industry-recognized credentials in fields like cosmetology, welding, diesel agriculture, and sports medicine. Our programs focus on teaching job-specific skills that prepare you for the workforce, military service, or college. We offer 2-year programs and short-term adult classes. Ready to learn new skills and boost your earning potential? Start today by calling 800-637-6508 or visit us online at tricountyhightech.com.
Let's be honest. The only way you should have glass work done around the house or at your business is by a professional. And that professional is Pidcock Glass in Nelsonville. They do glass replacement, storm window and repairs, and patio door glass. They do custom glass, mirrors, plexiglass, and Lexan. They can even cut custom glass of all shapes. Call Pidcock Glass today at 740-753-4527 or stop in at 500 East Canal Street in Nelsonville. Check them out online at pidcockglass.com.
What's one of the worst feelings you can get? The one that hits you in the pit of your stomach. You can't find your keys. I have a solution. Announcing the new location of Athens Automotive Keys at 528 Richland Avenue in Athens. Dan and Gloria can take care of lost keys, transponder keys and programming, key duplication for house or business, and they now provide locksmith service. Athens Automotive Keys is open Monday through Friday, noon till 5:30 at 528 Richland Avenue, Athens. Call 740-590-6843.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
And welcome back to your Game of the Week here on Wild Country 107.7. This is the Fred Wolf Automotive pregame show as the Lancer Band just finished up the national anthem, now going into the alma mater here at Federal Hocking High School. It is pink out night here at Federal Hocking High School as the Lancers tackle cancer. And they had a pregame ceremony with all the women that were cancer survivors. The football players led them out. Good standing ovation, proud and showing support for all of our breast cancer survivors. If you're a survivor out there, we do send our applause and gratitude for you to fight that as well.
As always.
Keep fighting. We're about 6 minutes and 20 seconds till game time. But as we kind of came back into it, Isaiah, we were just getting back into the Greyhounds of Manchester coming in tonight. They're 2-5, just as well as the Lancers from Federal Hocking here. Both teams looking to get that third win here on Week 7. And we were trying to figure out, what the key is here for the Lancers to maintain and keep up with this offensive power that is the Manchester Greyhounds.
I think it's just going to be a couple of those defensive stops, or you make a turnover here and there. It's going to be just a couple of those stops because I think this offense can find their way into the end zone. I think the Lancer offense, as it's gotten better, throughout the, you look at, unfortunately, last week getting blank, but you saw the way that they were building going through that Belpre, going through that Millersport game. The Frontier was a little different because I think Frontier is going to be a pretty all right team there when you think about it in the end. Talked about, how they're probably just going to finish second in their conference. It's a pretty good year for them down there. But these Lancers, they were building. Last week, they just can't lose any momentum. They can't let going up there against Linda McKinley and, getting it handed to them the way most teams would affect them because they know that, unfortunately, that's just not the competition level they're at. They know that that's what it is. This is the competition that level they're at, so they have to feel that they can be in this game. And it's because that confidence will lead to one stop. That confidence will lead to a shimmy touchdown, and then now they're really in it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, feeding off the offensive effort, you're going to have that defense step up. Like you said, making those turnovers, trying to get, a fumble here, trying to get those extra possessions on offense to really capitalize because this Manchester offense, led by Leland Horner, the senior out there, big boy out there. You're not going to see too much movement as far as running goes from him, but he can hurl it in the air. We've seen that in the pregame. We were watching him warm up a little bit out there. He has that arm about him, and then he's got the little back, Mason Gilliam out there. He's another senior at number 18, but probably the smallest player on their roster, and he's got that elusive back style. You're going to have to watch that for the Lancers and pick up on that speed.
If that'll be the big thing there is what can the defense do once Gilliam breaks that first line. Those the linebackers we see in Camp and Narrow Runner, they're going to have to come up, really, step into things. They're going to have to fill holes in ways that maybe they haven't realized because this man can move.
Yeah, and that's going to be the big key there. I think, for Coach Mason, it's going to be filling those gaps and being able to get to the outside, stopping any, short screens to keep the open field in front of them. That's where they don't want to get anybody behind them. The Lancers can't afford to have that, or they'll be looking at 6 on the board for the Greyhounds each time that happens. But, for the Lancers, I think those are the big keys, just keeping the game in front of you, creating turnovers, and, taking your opportunities on offense. And they may be looking at a third win here tonight.
I think that they have that opportunity, certainly. They did lose to the Green team that these Greyhounds beat just a few weeks ago, but I think the Lancers would approach that game that they played against Green a lot differently, obviously, at this point in the season than they did to open up the year.
Sure. Yeah, you grow. I think you grow as a team, and this team has quite a few of its starters back on the field. They are kind of banged up a little bit, but from that loss to Linda McKinley last week, you lose and you get hit a lot harder when you get that speed and size. That's a big factor out there. The Lancers are set to receive first. Now they're actually going onto the field with 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Are we going to start this game?
We've got a ball. We've got officials in corners. I think we are going to get this rolling just a touch early.
There's still. We were going to take a last break, but the Lancers are out on the field ready to receive, and Manchester's got the tee in the ground. I think we're going to go ahead and just go ahead and kick it off. Why not, right? It's nobody can wait.
Officials gave Leland Horner the ball there, as he is going to do the kicking duties, at least the place kick duties here for these Greyhounds.
So we're going to wait. We're just going to go ahead and go right from the pregame show. No waits here. No waits here on this pregame show. We're going to get right into the game. The Lancers did lose the coin toss. Manchester deferred to the second half. The Lancers will receive. They are going right to left on your radio dial towards Lester Betty Greenfield's scoreboard. And that's away from the parking lot, so they'll be looking to make their first drive count here as Manchester's looking to try to get this moving. But the clock operator's trying to kind of get word from the official as to if they're going to take the time off the clock or just wait.
If we're really going to sit here and wait, the officials, they're all looking at each other here. White Hat talking to the returner in the back. It does look like we're going to wait here.
So they're just going to wait it out. We'll wait it out with them. I've never seen, This is just ready football. We're going to play ready football tonight.
It seems like it, yeah, but at the same time, we're all just going to sit here. So I think that's kind of funny as well.
It sure is. The Lancers come out in their all-maroon uniforms with the white lettering, white helmets with the FH on both sides, the maroon stripe. Manchester comes out looking more like the Duke Blue Devils kind of look. They've got the white the white jerseys with the blue pants, blue helmets.
There's that yellow in there somewhere.
Yeah, a little bit of yellow. It looks like maybe on the helmets.
It's supposed to be.
Maybe the face masks or the helmets. I can't really tell. But they are the Greyhounds from Manchester, coming from Manchester, Ohio. It's a little trip to get here.
Absolutely.
But they've got they're just going to go ahead and let the clock run down. We're going to get ready to kick this off.
All right, still just about 30 seconds to go here. Yeah. Well, we saw the Greyhounds come out of the locker room with about 15 to go, and they just kind of stood over there on the sidelines waiting for the anthem and waiting to go here. So I think everybody is just excited and ready to get this game going. Manchester, win or lose, probably is ready to get back home already.
Yeah,
they made the long trip up here.
It's going to be a late night for them getting back to Manchester tonight. But the officials have officially let the ball go there on the 40-yard line. And it is going to be kickoff time here at Lester and Betty Green Field, getting ready for Week 7 action.
As, again, Horner, he's lining up here to be the kicker. You got to think that they actually, just with the size of him, athleticism, he does actually boot it down here. But we'll find out.
I would have to say that he's got probably a good leg on him.
They try to do the huddle, quick run into it. They're going to try to fake it out. They do. Onside kick, but it looks like the Lancers are on it.
Oh,
wow. What an interesting kickoff routine. The double fake huddle onside kick.
That's one you don't see very often in any aspect of football that I've watched.
No wonder they were ready to do it.
Hey, they were just I think the Lancers were sitting there ready and waiting for it. They knew that onside kick was coming first off.
Great job, number 34 out there, Carson Jarvis, to jump on it, have the sure hands enough because Manchester was coming. But now they're going to start Johnny Campanaro in the backfield with Bray behind him. That means they've got Walker and Rudder at different spots.
And Brody Rudder's going to throw it up. He's launching it up there. It's up in the air.
And Rudder comes down with it.
Oh, my goodness. Brody Rudder throws it. He catches it himself. I'm sorry, who was the quarterback there? Campanaro?
Campanaro threw it to Rudder. Deep ball, and Rudder just went and stole it out of Joel Blythe's hands. Both of them went up, and Rudder said, I'm going to take this. A phenomenal job there off the first play.
What a way to start this game for the Lancers, getting major positive yardage downfield.
37 yards.
And this time Rudder's going to take it at QB. He's going to hand it off. That's going to be Bray. Bray looking for room, and he's going to get taken down. And in on that tackle was going to be number 18, Mason Gilliam.
I mean, they knew that they had to come out quickly, make a statement, and Rudder just said, I'm going to make this statement myself. I'm going to take this down.
What a toss there by Campanaro on that first play. And even more athleticism play by Rudder to go up and get it from the defender.
As they do jog up, and for the first time we do see Rudder in the backfield.
Man in motion is going to be Ty Walker. Walker injured his knee last Saturday against Lennon McKinley, but he looks pretty healthy right now as Bray gets the handoff again. That's going to be Gabe Bray, and maybe a gain of 1 to no gain there, but that's going to bring up 3rd down and 11.
As Manchester, knowing they don't have a lot of people, knowing that maybe they don't have the size at certain positions, as you look out there, their nose guard, Avery Gilliam, is a freshman, and he is the smallest freshman. They're just moving.
He's on the line. He's ready to go.
But look at these guys. They constantly move. They're going to confuse where you think they're coming, where the block should be coming. Rudder brings a man in motion. That's going to be Walker.
And they're going to get I think they're going to get a offsides encroachment. That wasn't Federal Hocking moving.
As it's the pure movement. I mean, Manchester is out here doing things I've never seen on a football field.
And that is the case. It's going to be an encroachment call. That movement got the Manchester Greyhounds that time.
As I think Horner was coming on the outside, that was their defensive end, number 27, Dylan Fight, was coming on the outside, and he just took one step too early.
So 3rd and 6, a little more manageable here for the Federal Hocking Lancers. You just get under 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Score tied 0-0 if you're just joining us. Rudder goes, shotgun set. He's got Carson Jarvis beside him on the right side. He's going to roll out to his right side to throw, and it is going to be just incomplete.
Ty Walker almost had it.
Yeah, Walker was the intended receiver, just in and out of his hands. A good throw by Rudder, just getting it over the defender's head, but that is going to bring up 4th down. In this situation, you think the Lancers definitely going to go for it. I don't know how the kicking team is. Haven't seen him boot one from this far out this year.
Right, but inside the 20.
So definitely manageable here. We'll see what Coach Mason draws up here on offense. Lancers were moving the ball a little bit early there on that big pass play, getting down in the Greyhound territory.
It's all about this line, figuring out whatever the heck this movement is, as it's a full blitz here. Rudder's got to get it out. He fakes it. Now he goes deep, and Bray just couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, just over the head of Bray there, but that is going to be a turnover, and Manchester will take over 1st down and 10 from their own 18-yard line.
Manchester sent everybody, and Rudder did a phenomenal job at, deking him out and getting out of the way there. Just couldn't quite, make the connection in the end.
Yeah, he was able to get out of the pocket, create a little more time, but then getting on the run, just couldn't get that ball quite to come down in the hands of Bray. So we will see tonight for the first time leading this offense, Leland Horner. He's got Mason Gillum. And Mason Gillum gets the handoff, and he's going to get spun around. Still on his feet, though.
Now they do finally blow it.
Down.
As Campanaro jumped in there early, spun him around and grabbed hold of the ball. He said, I'm just going to sit here and hold and hope you fall down, or I end up with this ball.
They're going to give him about 4 yards on that gain. So 2nd down and 6 now for the Greyhounds. And going to the line quickly, they throw a screen pass. And this one's going to be caught by Ronnie Elam.
I think it was... should have been probably a false start from the jump.
Yeah, they were a little hasty.
I think the dive blocks came a touch early.
And we saw them working on those dive blocks.
Oh, no, they're going to say offsides against the Lancers.
Oh, really?
As that maybe they just lined up in the neutral zone because, if anything, it looked like those dive blocks came early if you were going to blow a whistle.
Greyhounds are going to run a no-huddle offense trying to move fast.
Well, they got the opportunity to quickly just turn and hand it, if not run QB dive.
And Horner's going to go ahead and keep it himself here.
But the Lancers, he just rolls forward in the end because he's a big old boy.
Yeah, Leland Horner, the one of the biggest guys out there, he's going to fall forward for 1 to 2 yards every time, and they only needed one more to get the first down, and that'll be enough. So it'll be 1st down and 10 from their own 30. Going to throw it deep this time. He's got a man open.
That was Blythe out there, and oh my goodness. Unintentional, I believe, there out of Dylan Scott, but he grabbed his face mask and threw his helmet.
Yeah, the helmet went flying into the stands almost. It came clear across the track. But Joe Blythe, nice catch there, but a penalty at the end. That's actually going to be yards after the catch on the personal foul face mask.
After he does pick up about 35 yards, walk at another 15 is unfortunate. It was just the way it went. Scott threw a hand out there to grab something and found all face mask.
Yeah, the catch was down at the 40, but then you're going to add another 15 onto that. So they're going to mark this clear down to the 25-yard line. So what a good catch there by Blythe. But then the unfortunate face mask, and I don't think it was intentional at all.
No, even though it looked violent.
It just was a violent play, and that's football sometimes. So Horner going to go shotgun set. He's going to hand it off. Gillum this time, and he's going to get taken down in on that tackle, number 44, Lucas Crow.
Campanaro scraping across the top, as well as Rudder.
Gain of 5 yards.
And they're going quick.
Horner again.
They're all about movement.
On the screen. This time completes it to number 12, Ronnie Elam.
Looks like he picked up about 2.
So it's going to bring up 3rd down now. 3rd and about 4. Short 4.
It's Blythe talking to his quarterback saying, I've got something if you want to give it to me.
Oh, fumbling the play there, and it's actually going to get hit. The knee is going to go down at the 20-yard line, so that's going to bring up fourth down.
Fourth down and no gain. Surprisingly, they didn't lose anything, but sometimes that zone read that's what kind of Horner was trying to do up there, gets you right up next to the line of scrimmage, so worked out in the end.
Yeah, Horner was debating whether he was going to give it to Gillum or not, and at the end, Gillum got it, but it fell out of his hands because of the late handoff. Horner, again, this time doesn't delay on the handoff.
Campanaro met him early, and I'm not sure. They do have him short now, but what's this flag about?
We're going to see what the flag here on the sideline is.
Is they're looking towards the Lancer side, and it came at a Manchester player who's just laying on the ground. And they are going to say face mask, hands to the face against the Lancers. Yep.
So that'll be another first down for Manchester here. Thought the Lancers had him on fourth down there, but that face mask penalty will give them a first down. Manchester keeps moving this ball. In Lancer red zone now, it's going to be placed at the, trying to see where that's officially placed at the 11-yard line.
And Horner's all alone in the backfield. He stepped Gilliam up.
He's looking for the screen. Now he's going to go to the out route, and it is going to be
incomplete.
Incomplete. He was looking for number 4, Joe Blythe, and he was Blythe was the one that caught the big pass earlier in this drive with his helmet ripped off, but that time unable to find him in the end zone. Couldn't hang on.
Manchester's still moving quick. Lancers have got to get back and ready to go, as it looks like they've got, obviously nobody looks like they're going to be leaking out to the left of this formation, but the Lancers are way too overloaded.
We got a flag on the field already here before the play even got started.
And they're going to say false start, as I think somebody moved early before the motion started.
So there's some good news for the Lancers, and that'll back up Manchester 5 yards.
So now it does
put the ball on the 16-yard line.
Not sure if second down is what it should be, but now that they had it at third, now it is back to second. Horner on his own up the middle. Man, he moves slow, but he's going to get there almost. He does pick up about
he's almost at the
14 yards, yeah.
He's right at that. I think he's a yard short
he's
of the first down.
Yes, picks up about, now they're going to say 2 yards. And we thought, athlete, big guy, maybe he moves on his feet. He just kind of lumbered through there, but nobody wanted to tackle him.
No, I mean, you got a guy that size coming at you. You don't want to hit him.
As he's alone in the backfield, brings a man in motion, hands it to him on the outside. Can the Lancers reach the outside before he gets to the goal? No, they can't.
They can't. That's going to be a touchdown for the Greyhounds. That's Ronnie Elam on the 4-yard touchdown run for the Greyhounds and puts this game 6-0 for Manchester early.
Lancers did a good job. The defense stood where they needed to. You just erase a couple of those mental mistakes or those penalties, and you're in a much different situation, I think.
Yeah, that's really where the Lancers, couldn't get this drive to stop, were the penalties in that first drive of the game. Otherwise, playing good defense, just, like I said, penalties kill that, and whether you're on offense or defense when that happens, unfortunately for the Lancers, that was the big reason that they were able to keep this ball moving down the field.
As Manchester going to take all the time they want, and now they're ready to go.
They're going to go for 2, and that's going to be number 45 running that in. That's Remington Hayslip.
And they just did the direct snap to the up back there.
So Hayslip gets the 2-point conversion, and that's 8-0. Manchester over Federal Hocking early in this one. 6:34 left in the first quarter. We'll be back for the game of the week on Wild Country 107.7.
In Nelsonville, Fred Wolf Automotive is your local solution to your automotive needs. Whether it's your first car or your last, they are here to help. People always ask, who is Fred Wolf? He was their great-great-grandpa who had a car dealership in Nelsonville in the 1950s. They thought it was fitting to bring his name and some of his entrepreneurial spirit back to life. The inventory is constantly changing, so if they do not have what you are looking for, please give him a call. Local people who love to help local people. Fred Wolf Automotive, located at 1273 Chestnut Street in Nelsonville. 614-309-1756.
That man. Call the man. Call the man. Just call the man. Just call the man. You better call that man. Call the man. We'll call the man. Call the man. Why didn't you call the man? I should have called the man like you said.
Call Coach's Appliance Heating and Air to take care of your appliances along with your heating and cooling needs. Call or text Nick today at 740-594-1865. That's 740-594-1865. A family-owned business since 1986. Coach's Appliance Heating and Air.
You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7 WSEO Nelsonville.
Welcome back. It is 8-0 Manchester.
He's left-footed.
Yeah, he's going to left foot this one.
Leland Horner. Oh, it's still an onside.
So they go to the normal kickoff formation, but they onside again. And Fed Hawk's going to start with good field position yet again.
They're on the plus side of the 45 at this point even. Phenomenal job there as Leland Horner doesn't have the leg maybe we thought. He just likes these onside kicks here, trying to surprise people, and that's kind of what Manchester's been doing in their whole philosophy.
Yeah.
Defense is all about movement, trying to make sure that they're off their game. Offense is all about quick movement, making sure everybody's off their game, not letting you breathe and get rested.
I don't know if you want to call it the waltz defense or the foxtrot out here, but they are moving. They don't stop moving. They keep those feet dancing. It's almost like a hornet.
And you can't tell who's blitzing because everybody's just right there.
Yeah. As it is going to be a handoff to Jarvis.
And Jarvis gets the first down, 11 yards.
Nice job there, Jarvis, picking up the big first down for the Lancers and moving into Greyhound territory.
As he was able to get around the blitz that came in from both Horner and Gilliam and whoever else made it through off of that confusion. And then all of a sudden he was gone because everybody was behind him.
So now with 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter, the Lancers moving the ball. They had a big play in their first possession in the first drive. So another nice first down by the Lancers. Let's see if they can put this drive together and put 6 on the board.
Everybody's in the backfield here with Rudder. Walker, Bray, Jarvis. They send Bray out. Oh, and they just never had it. Ball's out, unfortunately.
And they've got Manchester's on top of that one. That's going to be turnover there as number 93. That's Avery Gilliam, the freshman, coming away with the ball for the Greyhounds.
As that was just that movement on defense, allowed somebody to slip through. And if you try to run a bit of an option, a bit of a fake with that many people in your face, you got a real chance of losing. And unfortunately, Rudder did.
And it's tough for a Federal Hocking offense that's not seen this kind of movement by a defense. Nobody stops. Everybody moving up and back the entire line. And that time it was unfortunately turnover there as the fumble for the Lancers. And now Horner on offense. He's got a man open and is complete over the middle of the field. Ronnie Elam on the first down catch.
That's going to be a solid 17 yards.
And Horner just has a cannon on him out in the backfield there. That big quarterback launches it over on the slant route.
Elam says he likes the matchup. We'll see if they go to him again.
Oh, this time it's going to be Horner keeping it himself. He's got a
and now
he's got space. Makes one. He just trucks over one guy.
My goodness.
Big first down run there. It's going to be, I think, a 20-yard pickup, and then a flag comes in at the end.
They're going to put him maybe about a 16. But we'll see what they do here. That flag came in late. Wonder if a Lancer came through late when we didn't notice.
I mean, he wasn't down on the ground with the first guy because he trucked him over.
Right, but I think they finally was. So they're trying to get the explanation.
So the officials huddle there at about the 10-yard line of the Lancers. We'll see what the call on the field is. Personal foul
on the Lancers. So, yeah, must have just came in a little late. Coach Mason wants to know about it, and I think they're explaining it. He's also saying their guy doesn't go down. What do you want us to do?
What do you want us to do here? So we're going to get a timeout taken by the Lancers, and we'll go ahead and take one with them here with 4:57 left in the first quarter. We'll be back for your Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Worried about running out of propane? Don't worry. Just call Rutland Bottled Gas. When you need propane, we'll be there. Rutland Bottled Gas. Always there when you need them. With their Keep Full program, you'll never be left in the cold. Rutland Bottled Gas, your reliable energy partner since 1947. Rutland Bottled Gas. Call 740-742-2511. Rutland Reliability. Always there when you need them. Ask about the budget, prepay, or lock-in rates as well. Visit RutlandBottledGas.com for more information or call 740-742-2511.
Want to know how to get more for less? I'm talking the most bang for your buck. It's the one and only McDonald's app, slinging deals every day. So start with your choice of any breakfast sandwich, like a delicious crispy chicken biscuit or tasty Egg McMuffin for just $3. Or spend just $1 and get free medium fries. The McDonald's app is out here doing the most, and you're getting more because of it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 9/16/24 to 10/6/24. Participating McDonald's. Valid when product served. Valid once a day. Must opt into rewards. Excludes tax.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back after the Federal Hocking timeout. It is Manchester first and goal. It's going to be a handoff to Gilliam. Gilliam trying to spin up the field.
He's going to be another face mask, so even though he's a yard short, he's going to get to move another half yard forward.
Got a quick grabbing those face masks out there. So actually, they're going to call a touchdown. We've got official on the sideline here that is.
Oh, did he finally come down from the side?
He came from the sideline and is now giving a touchdown sign for this side.
Yet on the opposite side, they had him. In the back judge, they had him no way.
He's asking if they want to decline. So face mask is going to be declined. And it's a touchdown.
Wow, late call from that side official.
It was. They didn't call anything until the very end to see what the penalty was going to be. But now they're going to line up for the 2-point conversion. This time Horner is actually going to go in the shotgun set.
Got Gilliam beside him.
And Horner's going to fake out. He's going to roll out, and it's going to be caught. That's going to be Blythe with the extra 2-point conversion. And it's now 16-0. 4:52 left in the first quarter. Manchester up over Federal Hocking. Week 7 football action coming back here as we get back on Wild Country 107.7.
Since 1926, Athens Insurance Services has focused on doing one thing and doing it well, providing peace of mind through affordable, comprehensive insurance protection. Whether you're looking for car insurance for your new teenage driver, home insurance for your first home, protection for your business or life insurance, they've got you covered. Representing Central Insurance Company, count on Andrew, Mike, Kendra, Hannah, Chelsea, and Brent. Athens Insurance Services at 375 Richland Avenue. Call 740-593-6639.
There's only one perfect food for watching or listening to sports. Pizza! Get ready for the game by calling one of the 3 locations of Little Italy Pizza in Nelsonville, Gloucester, or New Straitsville. Dough made fresh every day with 3 crusts to choose from, with all the toppings a pizza lover craves. Little Italy Pizza also features mouth-watering subs, sandwiches, salads, and appetizers. Open 7 days a week. Gloucester, New Straitsville, and Nelsonville. Locally owned and operated.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
After the touchdown by Manchester, it is 16-0 here. 4:52 left in the first quarter, and Manchester doing the crazy kickoff routine here again. They onside kick twice in different formations both times. Let's see if Horner onsides it yet again.
Oh, they're going to fake it. Gilliam's going to come around from the other side and onside it, but I think because Horner ran in front, he crossed the line, and that is going to be illegal formation.
So regardless, the Lancers end up on it, but it is illegal formation. You're correct. This is a team that I'm enjoying their formations. It's some of the craziest things I've seen in football, with the movement on defense and then the almost circus-like onside kicks that we're seeing. That's what I'm going to call them, circus-like, because you don't see it every day.
So Lancers got to walk up 5 yards. They do.
So they're going to re-kick this.
As Yeah, I think on that one you just got to have Horner run. You got to figure it out so where Gilliam cuts in front of Horner and kicks it before Horner crosses the line, which is something you would think they've worked on all year, but I mean, that one just looked a little off.
It seems like they got a lot of extra time on their hands to work on these onside kicks. I mean, you know, I don't know what happens in practice, but they almost did it again.
Well, they can barely run a scout team over there. You look who's left on the field.
That's true. You know, you got a lot of time on your hands.
We'll see what they do now as Horner does step back, looks regular to start with.
And he's going to just pooch this one a little further this time, but it's going to go into the hands of Cameron Riley.
Oh, ball is out. Oh, my goodness. And Manchester's on it.
Manchester on it again. Dylan Fight is going to be the man that lands on the ball. My goodness, just unable to hang on to it as that was Cameron Riley, the freshman out there who got possession. He started running up the side of the field and towards the middle and then just got clocked.
He got clocked, just couldn't quite hold on to it. He was talking to Coach Mason. I had it in the middle of me. It doesn't matter when you get hit and all of a sudden it's out here. So,
yeah, it just got popped out.
Unfortunately.
So the second fumble in a row here for the Lancers.
He had a chance, though. He was trying to cut it all the way back to the other side because there was nobody there. They were all running deep middle where the Manchester Greyhounds there. As they go, oh, wow. Oh, they have shifted the entire line to the left. They just did a direct snap to Gilliam, who was out left, and now he's gone.
Yeah, Gilliam, that's going to be...
What was that?
That's going to be a 34-yard touchdown run, untouched on just... I mean, what are these plays? I mean... We're going to run the annexation of Puerto Rico next, I believe, is what they call that one.
I mean, so they shift the entire line left except for the center. They bring a fullback behind the center, and Horner is still behind the center. Center does the scoop under toss instead of going through his legs. Under toss, gets it to Gilliam where the line was, and the line just did the rest.
Yeah.
Gilliam and the line did
and
the
rest.
rest.
And that was it, yeah.
That was crazy.
And then falling forward, does he make...
Ball out, no.
No, I don't think he got it. So the two-point conversion is not good, but that does make the score 22-0. Manchester over Federal Hocking, 4:39 left in the first quarter. We'll be back for your Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Nothing really ever stays the same. Things get better or they get worse. Things grow or they get smaller. Communities are no exception. The life of a community is determined by the activities of the people who live there. What we do today will decide the future. Shop locally whenever you can. First National Bank. Together we grow. Member FDIC. Online at first-national.com.
I'm Dr. Amy Maggard, and I'm a pediatrician at Holzer in Athens. Choosing to practice here meant coming home for me, and I'm able to give back to the community that I love. When it comes to local health care, think Holzer first.
I'm Dr. Aaron Ramsey, and I've been a chiropractor here at Holzer Athens for 20 years. I love this community and its people. It's why I choose to work and raise my family here. It's all about community, and that's why I think Holzer first.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back after the 34-yard touchdown run by Gilliam, and that puts Greyhounds up 22-0 over the Lancers here at home. The Manchester Greyhounds are set to kick off again, and let's see what else they got up their sleeve.
As Horner comes at it, he just boots it again into Riley's hands, who's got a bit of space. Oh, he loses it again.
Loses it again. Oh, my
that was
goodness.
Campanero, excuse me, but just stripped, just lost it.
Oh, my. And the Lancers fumble it yet again. And just turnover after turnover is eating up the Lancers here in the first quarter. My goodness, and it is going to be Manchester football yet again.
And two of them are, on kick returns. And as much as you know that these kickoffs are going to be all over the place, you got to find a way to put Ty Walker under one. Ty Walker can go if he gets an opportunity, and he was upset about that one, knowing he could have.
So they start to clock up, and it is going to be Horner in the backfield. He's got Gilliam to his right. Fake handoff. He's going to launch it in the air.
Elam's down there. Rudder puts his hands up.
And
it's going to be linemen downfield. There are multiple linemen downfield.
That's a complete pass, but, yeah, that looks like there was linemen definitely downfield, and yet is correct.
Yeah, linemen who were 10 yards down the field when that ball was in the air. That's Not quite how that works.
Heck of a catch there by number 12. That's Elam.
Oh, yeah, he is a little guy who just gets up there and makes moves. He is their leading receiver. I think leading touchdown man as well because of those kind of things.
But that's going to bring back...
Although he just got hurt. They just carried him straight to the sideline and straight over the bench.
Well, hopefully that young man's okay. They don't have many substitutes over there, but they haven't needed him thus far. But, again, another big piece of their offense.
As Horner's got it, fakes it to Gilliam. He goes right back the other way to the other new receiver, and it looked like that was just never going to work. New receiver had a little more speed than Elam maybe because his legs are longer, but Horner just chucked it.
Braylon Rickett was the intended receiver there, the junior, and that was the exact same play call. Like you said there, tried to do the exact same play. This time unable to do so. Now brings up 3rd down and 15.
They switch the side of Gilliam, and they do actually give it to him. I wonder if they were going to fake it and try to run the other way. As
Gilliam picks up about 7 yards of that 15.
Gets back in front of the sticks there, and it does bring up 4th down.
4th down from their own 30, or I'm sorry, their own 49-yard line, 48-yard line.
Or excuse me, it is still 3rd down. We've got a chain gang that likes to flip things a touch early and confuse us. As quickly they get the
that's behind. That's behind.
Backwards pass. They got to get there.
That's actually going to fall clear back behind. That goes out of bounds at the 35-yard line, maybe the 36, but a big advantage there for the Lancers is do we see the Manchester Greyhounds punt for the first time tonight?
And you would think that we won't know for sure because it's going to be Leland Horner that steps back there and does it. So who knows what he can do. They're going to put that on the 30.
I think the 36.
Yeah, my goodness.
So now big time 4th down for the Greyhounds. First time we've seen this far for them to go, and they are going to send somebody back to punt. And to return for the Lancers, looks like it's going to be Gabe Bray back there.
Gabe Bray's deep, Horner deep to punt. Maybe.
And Horner is going to kick it. High kick, but a short one.
Lancers got to get out of the way.
It does go the way of Manchester, and it's going to fall to the 34-yard line, and that's where the Lancers will take over 1st and 10. 3:49 left in the first quarter. Seems like this quarter has taken a long time to play out, Isaiah. It's just been kind of ridden with penalties and also with touchdowns for Manchester thus far. It really has just been kind of a nonstop clock, it feels like.
Right, or always stopping clock.
Always stopping, nonstop. I mean, it will be over, but yes.
But yeah,
you got what I'm saying.
It's been a lot here, and the Lancers have just had some mental mistakes. Obviously, fumbles are fumbles. You'd love to hold on to the football, and now they really have to, I would say.
But the Lancers able to get their first stop on defense there. Let's see if they can make something happen on offense now, as we're going to get a timeout taken, and that's by the Lancers. We'll take it with them and be back for your game of the week on Wild Country 107.7.
If you ask the My Garage Door Company team, how's business? They'll likely say, it's up and down, and they mean it, but not how you might think. My Garage Door Company's been keeping garage doors going up and down for over a decade. So remember, when a garage door problem occurs, don't call a we kind of service company or a maybe repair guy. Call the pros at My Garage Door Company for all garage door and opener problems. A family-owned and operated company. Visit their website at mygaragedoorco.com or call My Garage Door Company at 740-818-2915. Reliable propane services by Rutland Bottled Gas. For over 70 years, Rutland Bottled Gas has been the trusted name in propane for southeastern Ohio and northern West Virginia. From tank installations and fillings to top-quality gas appliances, the professional team ensures you'll get the best service and products. Visit RutlandBottledGas.com or call 740-742-2511. Rutland Bottled Gas, fueling your home, fueling your life. Reliable, professional propane service provided by Rutland Bottled Gas. Here for you then, here for you now.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back to your Game of the Week, and the handoff by Federal Hocking. Ty Walker gets it to the outside. He just couldn't quite find the edge, but he does pick up about a yard, maybe 2 yards out of that.
Are we playing football or football there? As Gilliam came up, realized that he just got deked out in the hole, so he just threw his leg out there. That's kind of supposed to be a trip, I thought.
Yeah,
but
it's, doing what you got to do.
That was kind of impressive to just the athleticism to get that leg out there in the end. It kind of is what tripped up Walker enough.
So 2nd down and 8. Rudder goes in the backfield. He's looking for a man open and almost intercepted. He didn't see the man coming up, and he was intending that for Johnny Campanero, but it does fall incomplete. 3rd down and 8. 3 minutes and 2 seconds left here in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, Lancers trail 22-0. It has been a night of, or a quarter, I should say, of fumbles by the Lancers, and fortunately for the Greyhounds, they're able to make successes off those turnovers into touchdowns.
As everybody is starting 5 yards back. I don't know if everybody's rushing or not. What is this defensive formation?
I don't know what's happening.
I don't understand, but what they did is they let up an easy
They gave up a 3 to 4 yard slant pass and then just rushed in on it. I don't know that they quite got to the first down marker, but they're close.
But I hope they go with the spot that's coming from the Lancer sideline there. They don't. They go
a yard back. That's a whole yard back. This guy over here is calling it up to the 38-yard line. They put it on the 37 on the far side of the field. We got to get together, officials. We got to get together.
Ultimately, they didn't even split the difference.
No, not even close.
Ultimately, it does put them a full about yard and a quarter up here on this 4th down. You think you can make some space in that mesh that is happening in the middle, you run it right up the middle here.
I mean, no one's a threat of going off sides when you're 5 yards back.
They got
this time, Jarvis has got it, and Jarvis picks up the first down for the Lancers.
Jarvis picks up 5 there as he got on the outside, beat Horner on the outside. Great job there. It originally looked like he was supposed to go up middle, but then all of a sudden he's like, I got to get outside.
Yeah, he did. He got up and got out of the middle of the area there where everybody was kind of meshing in, and that mesh defense, as you were talking about, that's where the hole opened up, was on that outside. Jarvis just able to run forward for about 4 yards and pick up the Lancer first down. Brody Rudder.
A lot of blitzers here, a lot of blitzers.
Going to Jarvis again. Jarvis
lost the ball. I don't know who has it.
And I think Rudder landed on it. He did. Brody Rudder was just good eyes there to land on the ball. But a good defensive effort there by the Greyhounds. Just swamping there together and piling up Rudder.
They're running a 3-4. They sent 3 backers. Horner's kind of playing rover. I mean, they're all playing rover, but Horner really is just kind of playing wherever he wants on that defense.
We don't really say any positions out there on defense because no one's really playing one.
Like, I tried to say linebacker, but even your free safety is only 5 yards off the ball at the moment. I don't even understand.
Your line's just kind of, I mean, there's literally 3 guys lined up 1, 2, 3 behind each other over here on this left side.
Rudder.
Oh, Brody Rudder with a nice move. Keeps it alive. He's going to rush. And he gets back past the line of scrimmage and up to the original line of scrimmage. So about a 5-yard pickup there.
As the naked boot, he made a man miss on the outside, and then he had some space, but it was a good job on the backside by the Greyhounds to cover that up and force him to run instead, as it's going to be 3rd down and long.
Yeah, 3rd and 10. They get it back to the original spot after that fumble. Now Campanero, as Rudder comes off to the field, he's gimping a little bit. Campanero's going to have to come in, and he looks like he might be running quarterback here.
We'll see what they're bringing out his man who's playing tight end, Lucas Crow. So I think that means they're going spread a little bit further.
So that's actually going to do it for the first quarter, as they're going to knock that one out of the park there. And the Lancers trail 22-0. We'll be back for second quarter action here on Wild Country 107.7.
If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, come to Tink's Auto Trading Post, located on State Route 13, just off of Route 33 and Columbus Road in Athens. With over 30 years of experience, you can trust that you will get a great deal at a great price. We also offer routine maintenance on your cars, such as brakes, oil changes, and tires. Tink's Auto Trading Post, where less overhead means less markup. Remember to think Tink for your next great car deal. Tink's Auto Trading Post, 740-594-8465, or visit us on the web at tinksautotradingpost.com.
Pidcock Glass is the largest full-service glass company in the area. They've been serving Southeast Ohio for over 30 years and have over 100 years in combined experience. They do it all: commercial, residential, screen, mirrors, tabletops, and heavy equipment. Have a unique issue? Just let them know. Check them out online at pidcockglass.com or call 740-753-4527 to set up an appointment, or stop in at 500 East Canal Street in Nelsonville. Pidcock Glass.
You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7 WSEO Nelsonville.
Welcome back. Second quarter action set to go underway here as the Lancers have the ball. 3rd down and 10. We switch sides of the field, and Lancers now have it 3rd and 10 from their own 46-yard line. We'll see if they can convert here as Rudder goes shotgun set, looking for the screen.
Walker's got space out there.
He does. Walker goes to the outside, makes one-man miss, two-man miss, got the first down, the flag flies.
Back. No way. They're going to call that a block in the back? Oh, they are. Oh, man. They're going to call it on Gabe Bray, block in the back out there.
So as the Lancers had some momentum going, another penalty going to set them against as they do call that block in the back against Gabe Bray.
That or camp. They were both out there. They both had a hand on somebody. I don't think it was a hand that was going to matter in the long run.
No, Walker had that outside lane. He was going to go and had some space. It didn't really affect what the play was, but ref's going to call that.
Really, it puts it right back at the same spot, maybe moves it a quarter yard back because it was a spot foul that happened right on that 10. Or right on the sticks.
So essentially going to put it right back where it was, 3rd down and 10 again. And we'll see if the Lancers can make something happen here. We saw the speed of Ty Walker be able to get to the outside. Let's see if they try to target him again.
Especially because, I mean, they're playing 10 yards off of him is, Rickett at the moment. Sending Bray in motion.
This time, Rudder's going to keep it himself. He's got space, and he's got the first down, and keeps hold of the ball, rolls up to the 41-yard line.
Give him 14 yards and a first. Brody Rudder.
And Rudder gets into Gray Heron territory.
Great job there by Rudder as it was set up from the jump. It was all going to be him out there. Walker did enough to seal off a block. Just long enough that allowed Rudder to get there.
This is interesting. The Manchester Greyhounds, everybody wears a wrist sleeve of plays. Every player looks down at their wrist sleeve.
Now Bray's got space on the outside.
And he gets forced out of bounds, but he picks up about 4 yards before going out of bounds. Actually, they're going to give him close to 5 now, I
think so, yeah, and I think that's where it was.
So now 2nd down for the Lancers, moving this ball.
As they're trying to make sure the clock gets stopped. Because he did step out of bounds. So now they're going to have to speak and reset the clock here, I believe. Waiting for it. And they got their time. So now we're going to be ready to go. Just a couple moments here. Yeah, that one was just, he was ushered out. It happens.
So now it's going to bring up 2nd down. 2nd down 5. Balls on the Greyhound 36-yard line.
It's the best 2nd down they've had so far is all this movement.
And this time they hand it off to Walker. And Walker not able to go anywhere there. Maybe a loss of 1.
That all of that motion there, if it's going to come up the A gap in the end, I think they're probably going to get there every time. Unfortunately, that's one of the hardest, 3 spots right there to figure out who to block when blitzing is coming, your center, guard, and guard. And if you're all of a sudden moving everybody and sending 2 guys, it's going to get through almost every time.
Yeah, exactly.
Even on good teams, it's going to get through almost every time.
Jarvis now lines up behind Rudder. Rudder's going to pass it over to Bray. Bray trying to find some space, cuts it back up. He's going the other way now. He's going to the right side. Blocks coming from everybody, and now we get flags thrown.
Oh, because the blocks might have been against the line of scrimmage. He's going to be right on the first down, but it's not going to matter.
Yeah, 2 flags come in at the end of that play.
And it is going to be block in the back.
Yet again, penalties killing Lancers here on these drives.
As everybody, 2 officials threw it, so it must have been much more noticeable than we could see here as we were following the ball.
Yeah, I was following the ball all the way. Bray actually caught it clear on the left side of the field, cuts back behind the line of scrimmage, goes all the way back across, almost like a set reverse of some kind, but he was able to find the hole clear back over here on the right side of the field towards us.
He was certainly ready to run as far as it took him coming back the other way, that's for sure.
So now third down, a long third down and 14.
And now you almost could throw it offsides there on Manchester, but they're going to put it out to Campanero anyways, as Campanero's got to adjust that ball.
Yeah, I think that the Manchester defense came through the line of scrimmage like probably just a half second early. Seemed like they got through before the ball was snapped, but
Rudder did a good
call.
job shaking him off anyways, though. Put a pretty good-looking ball out there to Campanero. I think he just got to realize that read it a little quicker, realize it wasn't going to get there and start coming back to it. He would have been able to fight 50-50 with Blythe up there for sure.
So now going to bring up fourth down. So big fourth down and 14. Ball is placed at the Manchester 46-yard line.
And it looks like they had a big huddle about it, and now they're going to go punt. They rolled in the different formation, different personnel.
So they're going to send Gabe Bray back to punt this ball.
It's going to be Blythe, I believe, going deep to receive for the Greyhounds.
Snap is up. Kick is good.
A heck of a
nice punt.
Blythe was down there. Campanero down there.
Ball's down. That's Lancer football. Lancer football. Johnny Campanero recovers the football.
I got to be honest, Blythe might have been thinking about fair catching that. Your offense is good enough to make this move. You might have wanted a fair catch that because Johnny Campanero's, of all people here for Federal Hocking, Campanero's not the one I want barreling down on me.
Jason Harness came up a little bit limping on that one for the Lancers. We'll have to keep an eye on him. He's a big lineman out there.
He is.
Certainly not somebody you want to lose. Only a sophomore, but he's going to come over and have a seat on the bench for the Lancers. But good news for the Lancers, they get the ball back, and it's on their own 10-yard line when they recover that.
And put in a new tackle. Campanero came into the game late as well because he was trying to get a breather. But Rudder's going to be alone in the backfield. Bray in motion. Ball's low, but it's right to Bray anyways. Makes a cut. He's got a chance. And no, he does get stopped finally. They find him at about the 4.
Yeah, ball is down inside right around the 5-yard line. So the Lancers moving that for about a 5-yard pickup.
As really only going to say 4. I think they say they pushed him back a yard because it looked like when he fell in front of that 5-yard line. So they're going to push him back behind it. So just 4 yards there.
So now with 9 minutes, coming into 9 minutes exactly here in the first half, the Lancers are smelling at that end zone.
I think you take advantage of the fact they play so soft on the outside. It's a quick hit to Walker on the outside. They're going to go run, actually. No, they lost the ball again.
They did. They lost it, and this time it's going to be recovered by Manchester. My goodness.
So there was just too much movement in that backfield. They had a man coming in motion. They had a fake to Walker. They were trying to give it to Jarvis with the man in front of him as a lead blocker. There was just too much going on.
So the Lancers get as close as they've come tonight at reaching that end zone. And yet again, another turnover there. Just couldn't hang on to the ball. So 8:41 left here in the first half. Lancers trailing 22-0, but a long way to go as the ball is on their own, the Greyhounds' own 7-yard line.
And we get a flag, or are they just trying to stop play?
Trying to see what.
They were just trying to stop everybody. They didn't blow the whistle.
Yeah.
Manchester jumping up on them.
And they like to run. They like to run that. Actually, they've got the chain gang's not set. That's another big issue here. They got it a second down, and they're not even set for the original line of scrimmage.
I don't think they realize the change of possession happened. Now they do, or at least they got close.
Sometimes you just need a nap, you know?
Horner's got his feet on the end zone. He's in the end zone. Gets hit as the ball goes. Rudder almost had it.
Nice job by Rudder breaking that one up. Good defense there by the Lancers. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Ball is at the their own 6-yard line for the Greyhounds. They've got 94 yards to go to try to reach pay dirt.
As Not sure if they feel quite as good with their deep threat ability, knowing Elam's off the field. At least I believe he still is. I saw him jogging on the sideline trying to get going.
Horner passes it off to Gilliam, and the Lancer defense just swarms him up.
It's a big zero. Big zero for Gilliam.
That's not an easy thing to do. Gilliam, a bigger back there, can fall forward, but not that time. Not with 4 Lancers rushing you into your own backfield.
They are going to say no gain.
Gets regular to the line of scrimmage, so no gain, 3rd down and 10. 2 wide receivers out to the right.
He delivers a strike. Oh, my goodness, he caught it.
Yeah,
no, he didn't.
Yeah, they're going to say incomplete.
In and out of the hands because his Bray kind of contacted him. He slung him around, and, I mean, that is Elam just barely not holding on to it. Excuse me.
Yeah, almost a great catch, but Lancers defense comes through again, and now you pin the Greyhounds back. They're going to have to punt this. It's 4th down and 10.
And their punts aren't great. I mean, their punt block might be all right, but I don't know how much you trust your guys to send them here.
Yeah,
I mean, you're right on the goal line. He's going to be 2 yards deep in the end zone. I think you got to do it.
Yeah, I would send pressure here if I'm the Lancers. Go for it here.
Best you can, is it looks like they're going to send Crow on the outside if he gets there. Almost.
They did try for it. Bray is going to get this one from his own 35.
He's got space.
To the 20, inside the 15, and back to about the 6-yard line, right where the original line of scrimmage was.
I think he got pushed out just early. They're going to say ahead of the 10. Man, some of those spots on the far side of the field feel like they have been a couple yards short, but nonetheless, they're going to put them on the 12.
So on that far sideline there, the official said he stepped out early, but a big 1st down, a nice run, punt return, and Lancers get it back.
As Bray, I mean, obviously they've got Blythe out there still. They don't have the ability to switch out a lot of guys, but you could tell that corner, once he got there was not a lot of Manchester that could get there with him.
So the Lancers now have it 1st and 10 from their own 12-yard line. They can get a 1st down at the 2. We'll see if the Lancers can smell at that end zone yet again.
Bray in the backfield. It's Walker and Scott one side. And Crow's in there playing tight end. Oh, it's a QB run all the way. Rudder trying to go somewhere. He's running along.
Back upfield.
He's still on his feet.
Runner's in.
Touchdown, Lancers. Brody Rudder just running it as hard as he can.
He just wanted it. He wanted it more than that defensive line did.
He outran him to the sideline, shrugged off a tackle, and then made it through there before Horner came through and cleaned him up. I will say, Horner was trying to get there.
The quarterback coming from the other side on the defense. Horner looks like a linebacker or maybe a defensive end anyway. And he just couldn't quite get there before Rudder reached pay dirt.
Great job there by Rudder, and they're going to go for 2. And they're going to be in that same formation that gave them a little trouble before. Actually, they're going to split out of it good. Now it's just Jarvis in the backfield with Rudder. Puts it outside. Oh, in and out of the hands of Walker.
Just couldn't quite convert the 2-point there. So that's going to bring up 22-6, 7:29 left in the half. Lancers trail, but they did get a touchdown there. We'll be back for your game of the week on Wild Country 107.7.
In Nelsonville, Fred Wolf Automotive is your local solution to your automotive needs. Whether it's your first car or your last, they are here to help. People always ask, who is Fred Wolf? He was their great-great-grandpa who had a car dealership in Nelsonville in the 1950s. They thought it was fitting to bring his name and some of his entrepreneurial spirit back to life. The inventory is constantly changing, so if they do not have what you are looking for, please give them a call. Local people who love to help local people. Fred Wolf Automotive, located at 1273 Chestnut Street in Nelsonville, 614-309-1756.
What's one of the worst feelings you can get? The one that hits you in the pit of your stomach. You can't find your keys. I have a solution. Announcing the new location of Athens Automotive Keys at 528 Richland Avenue in Athens. Dan and Gloria can take care of lost keys, transponder keys and programming, key duplication for house or business, and they now provide locksmith service. Athens Automotive Keys is open Monday through Friday, noon till 5:30 at 528 Richland Avenue, Athens. Call 740-590-6843.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
welcome back after the Federal Hocking touchdown. Brody Rudder just using his wheels there and cutting back to the inside as he got to the outside lane. He was able to put up 6 on the board for the Lancers, and the Lancers will be doing the kickoff duties for the first time tonight, as it is 22-6 now.
And Campanaro looks like he's ready to go. Coach Mason looks like he's missing. He looks like he's only got 10 out there. I'm not sure. He got 4. They are. They're missing one. He's got 4, 5, and a kicker, so they need a man out there. Ty Walker isn't out there. One of those guys you would expect to typically be there.
Yeah, somebody's got to get on the field. You got to get 11.
Going to be Grayson Murphy. He gets out there, so now it's 5 on each side and a kicker. That's a little bit better.
So now we're going to see the Lancers kickoff here. We got 11 on the field.
Wait a second. Manchester doesn't even get in a regular return formation?
No.
They got 4 guys grouped up all at the same place.
You got
what is this?
You got 5 guys in the backfield at the 30-yard line. They're all having a picnic lunch out there. I'm not sure what's happening right now.
Whitehat's putting his hands on his hips almost as if he's signaling encroachment, but I'm not sure. Clearly no flag has been thrown, but...
Well, him and Coach Mason having some talks here, trying to figure out what is going on. Are we going to get a kickoff tonight, or...
We just might. So what it is it's going to be Elam. He's going to stand as deep as possible. Then you've got 4 men just about the 27, and then everybody else is clear up at the 50.
Yeah.
God, they can't do anything normal, can they?
This is not a normal football team. This is.
I kind of like it, but it's also frustrating at times.
It throws, especially being a commentator, trying to tell everybody at home what in the heck's going on.
Not sure what happened, but ultimately, Johnny Campanero's ready to kick this one off. Elam is deep, ready to receive in some respect. But I think this one's probably not going that deep. I think that you're going to have a guy like Gilliam picking this one up.
Yep, and that's going to actually...
they're going to give it to Blythe.
It hits Blythe. And
Lancers
Blythe
get
turns
down
around.
there. Oh, no, Blythe's got the outside. A block's getting... They're got a flag that's going to bring it back. And I noticed that on the outside, their guy, number 45, that is Remington Hayslip, he just didn't block anybody because he realized he was going to get a, blocking against the line.
Yeah.
Crap back, whatever you want to call it these days.
Yeah.
It's a crap penalty is what it is.
It is.
But I think this one's probably going to have to be a hold or a block in the back that comes back. And it is.
They're going to get a yep.
Yep, so they do get it at, I think they spotted it at about the, they're spotting it from the spot foul, which is actually, that is the way to do it.
And that's going to bring it back to the 28-yard line. So,
almost where he picked it up, wow.
Yeah, so at the 28-yard line is where Manchester will start this drive of the game. 7:19 left here in the first half. They lead this one 22-6.
As the Lancers have got to be feeling a little bit more momentum now. They got to find a way to make another stop.
Horner takes a snap. He's going to keep it himself. Horner's got room up the middle, but a flag on the ground.
He gets 5, but a hold's coming back there because I think your tackle that you were, or the guy that you were supposed to be reading was actually getting blocked by your tackle, who held him in the process. That's just a misexecution up front.
Yes. So we will get that one brought back, and they'll march that one off 10 yards.
But Horner there, I mean, when he decides to pull it on that option, he's got a lot of space in front of him, and you get a lot of space for him to make some momentum.
Yeah.
So the Lancers did a good job ganging up there, making sure to only give him about 6, and great that they got brought back anyways.
Yeah, trying to account for handing it off to Gillum, who's a big guy in his own.
He's throwing it. Oh, his arm might have been touched.
A little wobbly there, and that ends up short. So he was trying to hit Blythe on the, that would have been a about 20-yard pass.
It's his 5th incompletion in a row there. Good job on, I couldn't see who made it on the outside. Probably Campanaro was the one playing on that right side of the defense. Got his arm up and into the throwing lane of Horner there, and I think it affected it enough that it was never going to get there.
Yeah, ball came out a little low and wobbly.
Low's not a problem. Horner just zips it in there, that's for sure.
So now this time going to be a handoff to Gilliam.
It was just a direct snap to him. He lined up deeper as the running back, as Horner. And it was just direct snap, try to get some yards. They got 3.
So now it's going to bring up third down. They've got a long way to go. We'll see if this Lancer defense can make another stop here.
I don't understand this team. I just don't. He's running on his own. Nope, they go reverse. Can the Lancers get there? Walker's trying to. He's got Elam. He's running them back to the 11.
And he pushes him out of bounds.
What a job by Ty Walker to get him.
And they're going to lose yardage on that. I don't think he got back to even where the original line of scrimmage was. So
not even close. They're back on the other side of the 20, nearly the 15 at this point.
So big fourth down. Nice job by the Lancers. And fourth down and forever for Manchester.
I do like that Manchester, for their punt unit, they bring in everybody who's on the sideline. Everybody who is on offense, you do get a 5-second breather while we punt. And everybody who's on the sideline, you got to come in.
That's right.
You're
playing.
It's a platoon shift.
If you're on this team, you're playing. And actually, coming off the field, actually, Ronnie Elam, who
he's still not feeling his best, I think.
He's coming off limping, so.
As that one, I think the extra momentum getting pushed kind of allowed it. As the Lancers, Walker could have really made something if he wanted, but he didn't. So the punt goes off, and it's going to get to about the, it might make the 50. No, 48 there. Not a bad punt for Horner, his best on the night.
And Lancers will start at the Manchester 48-yard line. So good field position for the Lancers to start this next drive of their game. 6:24 left in the first half. And they were able to put 6 on the board their last drive. Let's see if they can cut into this lead and put up another 6 here.
Absolutely. It was all about gaining a bit of momentum in this game. You could tell that that's what it was. First quarter, that was all Manchester there. The big fumbles for the Lancers just couldn't be erased. But now they're turned around. They're doing something here.
So now first down and 10 from their own from the Manchester 48-yard line, just across midfield. And the Lancers are going left to right on your radio dial, and that's towards the parking lot here at Federal Hocking High School.
As I believe Fed Hock are they down a man again?
It certainly may be that way unless there's one more guy on the line, but
either way, it's going to be Bray in the backfield, direct snap to him. Oh, he's going to make somebody miss. Rudder puts down a decent block. Bray's still running.
He is. He's got his jersey tugged, but he gets down to the 30-yard line. Big run there.
Give him the 18 yards. Phenomenal by Bray.
18 yards. Nice run there by Bray, just keeping his feet rolling and cutting through the defense like butter.
Again, kind of faked in the middle, got everybody for Manchester to be in there, and then just ran around the outside, knowing that some of these guys just can't get out there. Your linebackers are linemen.
This time it was a high snap. Walker gets it himself, and now Walker tries to go up the middle this time.
I think he's going to get 4 still.
Yeah, he pushes forward off the high snap. He was able to finally get the ball down and get the ball running. So if you're the Lancers here, the last thing you can do is put the ball on the ground again. They've had issues all night trying to keep a hold of this football.
Walker and Bray stay in. They do have an extra man on the line. We see Crow now as Bray makes a move. He's got nearly the first. He's going to be a half yard short.
So we'll see where they spot this one, but it's going to be third down and short. So just going off the direct snap, now you see Brody Rudder coming back into this football game. And now we have a player down for Manchester.
Jamie Wallace goes down, and I'm not sure if he's cramping up. He's not holding his foot out there. We'll take a break here, an injury timeout real quick on your Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Are you planning to install a new garage door or garage door opener? Don't do it yourself. Call the experts at My Garage Door Company in Athens, a family-owned company, father and son, in business for over 10 years. They're certified and can do service and repair on all garage doors, mainly residential and light commercial. Call today for an estimate, 740-818-2915, from My Garage Door Company.
You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7 WSEO Nelsonville.
Welcome back after the injury timeout. It looks like it was a cramp there for Manchester. It's going to be Gabe Bray. He's going to throw it up.
Rudder's over there.
And just unable to come down with it. Good defense there by number 7. That is Emilian Brown.
Well, Brown is in there right now because Elam is out. Elam is struggling with a bit of an ankle right now at the moment. As he's over there working with some coaches. So you got the extra man out there at the moment. And he did a pretty good job, as that ball from Bray was, you can tell why Bray is not the starting quarterback.
That is true, yeah. He just kind of sidearm threw it up there. Bray's going to go again.
And I think a timeout came from the Lancers first.
So that was 4th and very short. So a timeout taken by the Lancers. We'll go ahead and take it with them. That was their final timeout. We'll be back on Wild Country 107.7.
Discover your future at Tri-County Career Center, where students earn industry-recognized credentials in fields like nursing, HVAC, networking, and welding. Dive into a learning experience that equips you with the job-focused skills needed to succeed in the workforce, the military, or college. Whether you're eyeing our 2-year programs or adult courses, you too can boost your earning potential. Take the first step today. Call 800-637-6508 or visit us at TriCountyHighTech.com. Tri-County proudly supports all student athletes.
Rutland Bottled Gas has been in Southeast Ohio since 1947 and serve all the surrounding counties in West Virginia and Ohio. At Rutland Bottled Gas, they have products that make your life more comfortable, like propane for your home, business, farm, and industry, space heaters, ventless log sets, Weber grills, and gas and electric ranges. Rutland Bottled Gas has you covered with 2 locations to better serve your needs. 282 Main Street, Rutland, and 177 North Plains Road in the Plains. Visit rutlandbottledgas.com or call 740-742-2511.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back to your Game of the Week here on Wild Country 107.7 as the Lancers trying to get the Manchester Greyhounds to jump off sides early.
I think they did.
And the officials are huddling right about the 30-yard line. And it is. So that's going to be a first down for the Lancers.
They get it on 4th and an inch. They pick up as unfortunately, and a Manchester man doesn't really know what happened, but he came across, and I think that being in the neutral zone, that's why number 76 out there, which is Keegan Bolin, flinched, got up out of his stance. And that's encroachment.
Sometimes you just dance too much, you know? The dancing got him that time.
Federal Hockey Lancer cheerleaders about kicked each other in the face. That's always entertaining. As nonetheless, Bray in the backfield, and they got him to do it again.
They did. He's jumping off.
As that's what that motion, that constant motion defense is going to get you if you start going on 2 a little bit. Obviously, we're probably going to have that changed in the second half. We'll see. There's only 4:39 to go here, but 1st and 5, Lancers starting to take advantage of some mental errors.
I mean, I figured, why not take advantage of it? You've got a defense that is jumping so close up and back and forth. Everybody on the defense moving around. And that time the ball comes out.
I think false start is what that one's going to be, unfortunately.
They tried to get him to jump off yet again, but
as they're officials coming from the side again. Is he going to say that Manchester may have moved? Because otherwise, it's definitely on the Lancers.
So we're going to see what the call is this time. That would be a first down. 3 false start or 3 offsides in a row. It's not very common.
Well, they're going to have he says it's, far side says it's on the Lancers, and they are going to say it is false start ultimately.
So that's actually going to put the ball back now 1st and 10, and from the 19-yard line. Or I'm sorry, not the 19-yard line. It's going to be a 16-yard line.
The Lancers continue to go with this formation. What's heavy up front, you've got 2 tight ends. You've got Walker and Bray and Hill in the backfield. And Rudder out deep. You've got no Campanero, which I find interesting, but Bray says, I'm just going to run it around everybody. He gets up. Not too shabby. He's going to get about 7 yards, I think, maybe more.
Yeah, he gets inside the 10, so a good run there off to the right-hand side. Just follow the lead blockers.
As maybe that's why they can get that many lead blockers on the field. Why not?
Yeah, just pushing around, and they were able to do it there. You get a guy like Bray or Walker out there that is able to find the outside quick and get your lead blockers to rush over with you to pick them up.
As they're going to stay in that formation. Rudder gives the play and then just runs outside. I don't know if he's ever going to do anything, as Walker now is the center man.
So now they're going to send Rudder in motion across the back of the field. And this time Bray met in the backfield. He's going to lose yards, big yards actually on that one.
Unfortunately, they did his best, but a good job as they finally sniffed it out to the right side, I believe. They thought, all right, they're going to run this motion. They're still coming at the right side. The blitz was timed well.
So what was going to be 2nd and 2, now going to bring up 3rd down and 8. as Rudder comes back into the huddle to give the play to the Lancer offense.
I'm not sure what your kicking game is, but it is certainly not far enough to be here. When you were up there at 2nd and 2, maybe, but now not for sure.
This time they put Rudder in the backfield at quarterback. They've got
Braden Hill with him. It's a pass all the way. He tries to get into Bray. Bray's there. Touchdown!
Lancers!
As he cut right across the face of Gilliam on the outside, and Gilliam just didn't move.
Nope.
He didn't come with him.
Just stood still, and Bray puts up another 6 points for this Lancer offense. They respond yet again. Starting kind of slow early, and now the Lancers working their way back into this ball game.
Gilliam just let him run across his face, and I don't know if he was assuming his free safety was a little closer or what, but there was a wide open space in that end zone. Rudder had all the time he wanted to drop it in there.
So the Lancers are definitely going to go for 2 here. They were unable to convert on that last 2-point conversion as they send. It's going to be Walker in the backfield at quarterback.
He's going to have Hill and Bray with him. Rudder's out to his left this time instead of his right. Line started running, ball didn't go. Now it does.
And it does.
Wow.
And it leaves Walker in the backfield all by himself, and no good on the 2-point conversion, but that does bring up 22-12. 3:07 left in the first half. Lancers answer yet again. We'll be back for your game of the week here on Wild Country 107.7.
No matter what business you're in, it's about people. It's about treating others the way you'd like to be treated. The word service literally means helpful act of assistance. We know that our local merchants offer more helpful acts of assistance than any other place where you'd care to shop. Together we grow. First National Bank. Together we grow. Member FDIC. Online at first-national.com.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back to your game of the week after the Lancer touchdown. What a pass play there, just to kind of catch the defense sleeping on the slant route. And a nice touchdown as Gabe Bray puts up another 6 points for the Lancers. Lancers will be kicking off here, and with 3:07 left in the first half, the Lancers, they put it within reach. I think, with getting 2 scores on the board, you're still down with the 2-point conversions. You're down 22-12, so it is a 2-possession ball game still, but you're making it much more manageable, and I think taking momentum going in this first half, out of the first half, it's going to be a different story than it was with that 22-0 deficit.
Absolutely. It's Campanaro. He goes short on that one. Lancers might be on it. They are.
They got the onside. Campanaro lands on it.
Johnny Campanaro, as excited as he kicked that one directly at the big guy out there. That was Braylon Rickett. He might be the tallest man on the field, and his hands just weren't there in time.
He tried to land on it, hit off his chest, and just off the side of him. Campanaro, the speedster he is, lands on it, and another first down for the Lancers off the turnover, off the onside kick.
As they've got it in the same place they just started that last drive, right there on the 48. Let's see what they run this time. They do have their heavy set personnel out there, double tight ends. Rudder coming out to the outside. They're going to stay with those athletes in the backfield, but now Campanero's in.
3:05 left here in the first half.
I think that's the move. If you do this, you got to have Campanaro in.
Campanaro looking for space. He's got room, up 5 yards. He's got 10 yards, and he's going to pick up a first down for the Lancers. He's right at the sticks.
Oh, again, that far side official is shorting him yards every time, and I think he might be hurt. Or is there a Manchester man hurt? I can't tell.
It's going to be Campanaro coming up slow, but he does get up. He's walking it off. He says he's okay.
He's holding his neck. I think he got popped in the chest.
He's going to walk off now. So,
because that's got to be a first down.
They're not going to call an injury timeout, but they got to send somebody out there now because the Lancers don't have any timeouts left to take.
So they just send Hill right back out there, but that's a tough spot. I'll say it again. That's all I've got to say about that one, unfortunately. Yeah.
I think that was definitely a first down. You shorted him a yard. To me,
unless he
got across the
truly
sticks.
got spun backwards, but I don't think he did. So it's going to be Rudder in the backfield, him running on his own. He does get spun, though, and I think they're still going to give him first down. Thank goodness.
On
Just
the spot,
barely.
you gave him 3 yards. I think that's definitely a first down now. Clock's going to continue to run after the chains reset.
This is that moment where you've got to wonder if the Lancers have got enough speed between Rudder and their offensive coordinator here to get these plays in and out. We see the Tomcats do it all the time, but we know that they've got that system down to a T.
Yeah, you're looking at the 2-minute offense coming up here with 2:31 left to play. The Lancers in territory of the Greyhounds here. They have it 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line of Manchester.
It's going to be Walker in the middle. Rudder up there with him, as well as Hill. Bray's on the outside. And I don't know if it's a false start. I think you do have to call a false start. The line moved a touch early before the ball moved at least.
The center's just not getting the ball snapped fast enough before the line starts moving. That's happened a few times here in this first half. And that's going to put them back 5 yards. Unfortunately for the Lancers, not in the direction you're wanting to go.
Rudder brings it in. Clock does roll. At least there's that. Penalties will stop it, but you don't want that many penalties in this drive.
They do get the clock rolling. And Rudder going to take the snap. He's looking out to the outside.
Oh, no.
And, oh, my. That was almost a pick six there as he threw it right into the hands of the defender. That's Emilion Brown.
Because that was, Rudder knew it immediately, too, as Bray started to kind of wheel route out of that out route instead, and the ball was delivered to the sideline.
I think Emilion knew he had a million yards ahead of him. As he was seeing daylight, he just didn't hold on to the ball.
As Campanaro, unfortunately, on the ground. He's got the shoulder pads as up as he can have them. As I think he was holding the neck kind of like he got clocked, so he just kind of lost his breath. I'm not sure if it's going to be something that is a concussion type thing, holds him out the rest of the night, but we'll find out as we go.
Yeah, it's more, we're seeing him on the sidelines as this time it's going to be Bray. Bray takes the snap. He's got the first down.
He's got speed.
And he's got speed. He's got the first down.
Oh, let's see where they actually spot him. They are going to give it to him by a yard. Thank goodness.
So the Lancers going to have to move here. They got to run. They got 1:45 left. That clock continues to run.
Plays in quick. Rudder got it as quick as he could.
They got to get to the line here. This is a big pivotal moment for the Lancers. If they can get another score in before half, we're talking a whole new ball game here.
They're going to send Walker out wide. Rudder's in the back, but they're going to put Bray in the middle. Hill's back there with him. Safety blitz coming.
Bray's going to keep it himself. He tries to get to the outside.
And the safety blitz was timed well.
It was, as he gets spun and drugged down. In on that tackle, number 9. That's going to be Ronnie Elam. Braylon Rickett. So the clock's going to continue to roll here. Under a minute now to go. 2nd down and 10. No gain on that play.
Yeah, but I can't tell if it's truly no gain because they did mark it all the way up right on the 35, and that's not where that stick started.
The sticks haven't moved. Now it's going to be Rudder. Rudder's going to pass.
Got space. Can he get Walker out there? Walker.
Oh, that's a pass interference.
And it does finally come from the back
day long.
And you can tell the entire press box is pretty excited about that one.
Oh, come on now. You got to go. Ronnie Elam saying, what did I do? You rode his back for about 5 yards before the ball was there.
Right. Unfortunately, that is what we saw Campanaro earlier, didn't make a play to the ball. Walker did make a play to that ball, and it forced it to be a pass interference, which is exactly what it should be.
So that's going to stop the clock, and it's going to put the Lancers in good field position.
It's going to put them in phenomenal field position. It does give them a first down as well.
So nice job there, but
because now they got to make sure that they mark this off correctly.
We'll see exactly where they're going to put this ball. They go ahead and put it at the 12-yard line.
I believe that's where it's going. So just about 15 yards, and they're going to put it, or it might have been half the distance, excuse me. I think that's how we get to a 12.
Rudder going to go. He's looking the same way again.
In the corner over there. Oh, that's going to be another one. He jumped into him.
How do you not call that one?
Well, he jumped into him.
Wow. My goodness. Going to give him one, but not the other. Come on, official on the sideline.
He bumped him right off the spot.
You got to open. I understand you're going for the ball, but you jumped into the receiver before he was able to even get a chance to make a play on the ball.
Right. At least he was looking at it that time, and I think that's maybe what they gave him the benefit of the doubt of, is he was playing the ball.
So that does stop the clock again, though. 27 seconds left here in the first half. Second down and 10 from the 12-yard line.
They're really putting their defensive backs on islands out here, sending about as many people as they can. Rudder's just doing a good job getting around them.
And Rudder sent Bray in motion, but he goes to Walker on the in route there.
And his OC's letting him know, you should have waited a half second. Bray was there.
Yeah, he had
make
it.
a pump fake middle, and Bray was there because that man, I think it was Ricketts on the outside again, crashed hard.
So they weren't giving up that easy slant route like they did for the touchdown before. But now, bringing up third down and 10, 22 seconds left here in the first half. Brody Rudder.
They're coming again.
Set. They send Bray again. Bray rolling to the outside with Rudder.
He's going back corner. Bray, put his hands up. He's got it.
Touchdown. Have they called it? Yes, touchdown.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
From the 12, Gabe Bray just put his hands up over top of Elam and said, God, I hope I come down with this, and he did.
Lester and Betty Greenfield rocking here tonight. You hear all the Lancers. So a big touchdown there. 15 seconds left in the half. The Lancers put together the perfect 2-minute drive and put another 6 on the board. 3 unanswered touchdowns. Just the only thing that separates, it's unable to convert the the extra 2-point attempts. But they have one here. Let's see if they can pull within 2.
They're going to bring Walker off because they split out an extra man to the outside. That's Elijah Scott.
Brody Rudder. He's got Braden Hill off to his left. Going to go up again.
Up to Scott. Can they do it? Scott almost had it. He was fighting. Fighting Brown out there. Excuse me.
Yeah, unable to pull it down, but we're going to go ahead and take our last break here with 15 seconds left before the half. We'll be back for your game of the week on Wild Country 107.7.
There's only one perfect food for watching or listening to sports. Pizza! Get ready for the game by calling one of the 3 locations of Little Italy Pizza in Nelsonville, Gloucester, or New Straitsville. Dough made fresh every day with 3 crusts to choose from, with all the toppings a pizza lover craves. Little Italy Pizza also features mouth-watering subs, sandwiches, salads, and appetizers. Open 7 days a week. Gloucester, New Straitsville, and Nelsonville. Locally owned and operated.
If you ask the My Garage Door Company team, how's business? They'll likely say, it's up and down, and they mean it, but not how you might think. My Garage Door Company's been keeping garage doors going up and down for over a decade. So remember, when a garage door problem occurs, don't call a we kind of service company or a maybe repair guy. Call the pros at My Garage Door Company for all garage door and opener problems. A family-owned and operated company. Visit their website at mygaragedoorco.com or call My Garage Door Company at 740-818-2915.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back. Carson Jarvis to kick it off for the Lancers after the touchdown.
It's Johnny Campanaro. He's taking a breather at least until halftime.
This kick lands at about the 30, and it's picked up
by Blythe.
Blythe.
Oh, nobody realized he's running all the way to the other side except for Cam Riley.
And he
did his best.
Riley and finally forced out of bounds, but he gets up to about the 40-yard line of the Lancers with 4 seconds left. Do you see big number 20, Leland Horner, come in and launch one to the end zone here, or just take it to the half?
I think you do, but you got to think. On the outside, you're going to have Brody Rudder, who's been playing a pretty darn good game on that outside. And I don't know who is going to be on their far side. Looks like they're going to make it be... I think they're going to make it Owen Black. No, he was just on the field. It's going to be Dylan Scott on the outside.
And what's happening? We just had the whistle blow. They tried to run a play here.
As they tried to run a play too early. As I also hear engines. I believe Skyline Speedway is running tonight.
Yeah, it is. So if you're in Federal Hocking, you're going to hear the sounds of Skyline Speedway racing on a Friday night.
They're just up on top of the hill here from Lester and Betty Greenfield.
Good times at Skyline Speedway. It's a fun evening.
Elam's saying he's got it, but he's got somebody lined up over top.
So
Horner likes it anyways, and he hits him.
This time he does go to Elam. Elam's going to get run out of bounds.
Zero's
He's not
on the
got
clock.
Spot there.
Oh,
my.
and they're going to give him an extra play because of the horse collar tackle. Oh, man.
Yep, that was a horse collar tackle out of bounds. Just didn't need to do that.
Just needed to get him out of bounds.
Yeah, if he would have just been pushed out of bounds, the game would have been at half.
You get an extra play.
Oh, goodness. So that's going to give them an extra play, and that's going to tack on extra yardage as well.
As they're going to discuss it a little bit, see if he had more jersey than back of pad, but it's the fact that he slung him kind of upside down is probably not going to foster well no matter what.
So we'll wait the official call here. If that penalty stands,
they're going to waive it.
Okay. So a good job there, and that's going to send the Lancers and the Greyhounds to the half. With the Lancers with momentum, but the Manchester Greyhounds up 22-18 here in Federal Hocking. We'll be back with your Athens Insurance Services halftime show here on Wild Country 107.7.
That man. Call the man. Call the man. Just call the man. Just call the man. You better call that man. Call the man. We'll call the man. Call the man. Why didn't you call the man? I should have called the man like you said.
Call Coach's Appliance Heating and Air to take care of your appliances along with your heating and cooling needs. Call or text Nick today at 740-594-1865. That's 740-594-1865. A family-owned business since 1986. Coach's Appliance Heating and Air.
Let's be honest. The only way you should have glass work done around the house or at your business is by a professional. And that professional is Pidcock Glass in Nelsonville. They do glass replacement, storm window and repairs, and patio door glass. They do custom glass, mirrors, plexiglass, and Lexan. They can even cut custom glass of all shapes. Call Pidcock Glass today at 740-753-4527 or stop in at 500 East Canal Street in Nelsonville. Check them out online at pidcockglass.com.
In Nelsonville, Fred Wolf Automotive is your local solution to your automotive needs. Whether it's your first car or your last, they are here to help. People always ask, who was Fred Wolf? He was their great-great-grandpa who had a car dealership in Nelsonville in the 1950s. They thought it was fitting to bring his name and some of his entrepreneurial spirit back to life. The inventory is constantly changing, so if they do not have what you are looking for, please give them a call. Local people who love to help local people. Fred Wolf Automotive, located at 1273 Chestnut Street in Nelsonville, 614-309-1756. Since 1926, Athens Insurance Services has focused on doing one thing and doing it well, providing peace of mind through affordable, comprehensive insurance protection. Whether you're looking for car insurance for your new teenage driver, home insurance for your first home, protection for your business, or life insurance, they've got you covered. Representing Central Insurance Company, count on Andrew, Mike, Kendra, Hannah, Chelsea, and Brent. Athens Insurance Services at 375 Richland Avenue. Call 740-593-6639.
Who can you turn to when you need a general contractor? Choose someone with over 30 years of experience, is licensed and insured. Choose the professionals at J&K Contracting. They're a full-service commercial and residential contractor. From new builds to remodeling, J&K Contracting has you covered from the ground up. Excavating or concrete, roofing or siding, replacement windows or decks, kitchen and bathroom remodels. One call, they really do it all. Call J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521. That's J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521.
Tri-County Career Center offers students the opportunity to earn industry-recognized credentials in fields like cosmetology, welding, diesel agriculture, and sports medicine. Our programs focus on teaching job-specific skills that prepare you for the workforce, military service, or college. We offer 2-year programs and short-term adult classes. Ready to learn new skills and boost your earning potential? Start today by calling 800-637-6508 or visit us online at tricountyhightech.com.
If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, come to Tink's Auto Trading Post, located on State Route 13, just off of Route 33 and Columbus Road in Athens. With over 30 years of experience, you can trust that you will get a great deal at a great price. We also offer routine maintenance on your cars, such as brakes, oil changes, and tires. Tink's Auto Trading Post, where less overhead means less markup. Remember to think Tink for your next great car deal. Tink's Auto Trading Post, 740-594-8465, or visit us on the web at tinksautotradingpost.com.
There's only one perfect food for watching or listening to sports. Pizza! Get ready for the game by calling one of the 3 locations of Little Italy Pizza in Nelsonville, Gloucester, or New Straitsville. Dough made fresh every day with 3 crusts to choose from, with all the toppings a pizza lover craves. Little Italy Pizza also features mouth-watering subs, sandwiches, salads, and appetizers. Open 7 days a week. Gloucester, New Straitsville, and Nelsonville. Locally owned and operated.
One of the best tickets in town will always be activities at our local schools. Athletic events, concerts, and plays. You can always count on an enjoyable time. Our children are the future. Let's give them all the encouragement that we can. Go to a game, hear a concert, see a play. First National Bank. Together we grow. Member FDIC. Online at first-national.com.
Football season is here. Keep your athletes at their best with Holzer in Athens. Dr. Jason Cox Orthopedics and Dr. Aaron Ramsey Chiropractic Care are currently accepting new patients. From follow-up care to injury repair, our healthcare team at Holzer Athens will keep your athlete in the game. Call 855-446-5937 to schedule your appointment today. That's 855-446-5937.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back to your Game of the Week here on Wild Country 107.7. This is the Athens Insurance Services halftime show. And Isaiah, we thought we were en route for almost a blowout there in the first quarter. The Lancers couldn't seem to get anything going, and then all of a sudden, boom, 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 they put 3 scores back on the board and answer right back with some shots of their own. And we've got a 22-18 ball game.
Well, we kind of saw that in those first couple drives, it was the penalties and then the fumbles that were really shooting the Lancers in the foot. You thought if they were going to be able to hold on this ball, grind it out a little bit more, they'd have an opportunity to get down the field. Well, that's exactly what they've done. Granted, field position from the plus side has been great as well, because the punting and kicking from the Manchester Greyhounds is just not up to par, you would have to say, in some ways. Crazy in other ways.
Yeah.
But, you know, it has been putting the Lancers in great positions, and they have been taking that momentum, running with it, and quite literally running with it, although 2 of their 3 touchdowns are in the air.
Yeah, that's exactly right, and it's amazing to see this Lancer defense really stand up where they were having struggles in that first half, and that was just struggles coming off the offense. They could not hold on to the football. Somebody put some slip on or something on those balls. I tell you what, because the Lancers could not keep control of the football. They would give it up every chance they got. Fortunately enough, they were able to start managing drives. They started tightening up their grip on that, and defensively started tightening down and laid the wrenches down. And now you're looking at just a 4-point ball game.
Well, defensively, you've stopped Mason Gilliam running in the middle.
Yeah.
Leland Horner still can run in the middle a little bit. He's big and burly. He's just going to make his room. But you've stopped Mason Gilliam running up the middle, so you forced it into the hands of Horner just that much more. And on the outside, Brody Ruther and Cam Riley have been playing a game. I mean, they've got some help over there. Brody Ruther and Dylan Scott, Cam Riley's been helping. They have been playing games on the outside.
Yeah, they certainly have, and that's what's really, I think, been the game changer for Horner, just kind of having to, you're forcing him into your game, and when you do something like that to a quarterback, you throw off the way their offensive scheme is. This is a team that has schemes that I've never really seen before in football games all over the field. But then you've got schemes on offense that when you make them do the things you want to do on defense, that's what the Lancers have figured out. And that's where you're getting these 4th downs and having to punt, putting them back deep in their own territory. You're causing them to have the penalties. That was the big story in the first quarter. Federal Hocking eaten alive by penalties, and just that was really what was allowing Manchester to move the ball down the field. They were doing a decent job in the first quarter, but the penalties between face masks or personal fouls, jumping off sides, there was a lot there that was just allowing the Manchester Greyhounds to move the ball downfield. and not have to actually move the ball downfield, if that makes sense. But, if you're the Lancers, I think you've tightened that up as well, and Manchester hasn't really been able to respond with that.
No, they haven't. They just haven't been able to find their way, really. I mean, they're doing what they can, but their defense just isn't flowing well. I think that's the biggest thing you can say is Bray, Walker, Rudder even, they find it outside, and it's green grass because that motion defense is getting too many guys trapped inside.
Yeah, it was. And then you found out a way that you can move your offensive line and shift them to the outside. Use your guys like Walker and Bray and Campanaro at times. Use those guys, even Rudder, even Brody Rudder, in certain different roles. I like the way the Lancers have moved it around and utilized these guys not just in a single position, but really moving them around and allowing them to take the games in their own hands, in a wildcat formation or in just a direct snap situation. There's many ways to beat this Manchester team, and Coach Mason's finding ways to do that, and I'm anxious to see, what the Lancers draw up here in the second half. You've got that momentum on your side. This home field crowd is with you now. They helped those 3 touchdown blows, and really you could feel the life sucked out of the stadium. The turnaround was just automatically just like that, and in a snap of a finger, and now you've got everybody with you. You come off the field in a whole different mindset, and you're ready to come out with war in this third quarter.
I would say so, absolutely. They've got the momentum. They've got, even if that tackle was everything, had everybody confused right there in the end, if Manchester was going to get an extra play, they did a great job of just thwarting them in every spot there in that second quarter. It was a tale of 2 quarters.
It certainly was. And on top of that, we're going to go ahead and thank our sponsors here. Again, this is our Athens Insurance Services halftime show. They are our halftime sponsor, but we want to thank H&R Block, McFadden Insurance, J&K Contracting, Athens Insurance Services, Athens Automotive Keys, your local McDonald's, First National Bank, Rutland Bottle Gas, Tinks Auto Trading Post, Tri-County Career Center, Fred Wolf Automotive, Little Italy Pizza, Holzer Health Systems, Coach's Appliance Heating and Air, Call the Man, and Pidcock Glass. Don't forget, we also have our Texas Roadhouse Player of the Game at the end of this, and we've got a few in the running here for the Lancers.
Lancers got some opportunities here.
We've seen some playmakers out here, so certainly for the Federal Hocking Lancers, looking to have that Texas Roadhouse Player of the Game. It's still in the running. We've got a few players out here that we've been talking on the. So we'll definitely have that in your post-game show. With about 9 minutes and 28 seconds left here, the Lancer Band doing a great job here on Pink Out Night here in high school football as we support breast cancer awareness. We'll go ahead and take our first break of this Athens Insurance Services halftime show. And when we come back, we'll have Isaiah with stats on this first half and be back for your game of the week here on Wild Country 107.7.
Tax season's greetings from your friends at H&R Block. Whether you choose to file virtually, in person, or via drop-off, let's make it a season worth celebrating. File your way with H&R Block and get upfront, transparent pricing, expert help at every step, and a max refund guarantee that means you'll ring in the season by getting every dollar you deserve. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund. Limitations apply. See hrblock.com/guarantees.
H&R Block at 507 Richland Avenue in the old Morrison School building in Athens. 740-589-5403.
That man. Call the man. Call the man. Just call the man. Just call the man. You better call that man. Call the man. We'll call the man. Call the man. Why didn't you call the man? I should have called the man like you said.
Call Coach's Appliance Heating and Air to take care of your appliances along with your heating and cooling needs. Call or text Nick today at 740-594-1865. That's 740-594-1865. A family-owned business since 1986. Coach's Appliance Heating and Air. What's one of the worst feelings you can get? The one that hits you in the pit of your stomach. You can't find your keys. I have a solution. Announcing the new location of Athens Automotive Keys at 528 Richland Avenue in Athens. Dan and Gloria can take care of lost keys, transponder keys and programming, key duplication for house or business, and they now provide locksmith service. Athens Automotive Keys is open Monday through Friday, noon till 5:30 at 528 Richland Avenue, Athens. Call 740-590-6843.
If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, come to Tink's Auto Trading Post, located on State Route 13, just off of Route 33 and Columbus Road in Athens. With over 30 years of experience, you can trust that you will get a great deal at a great price. We also offer routine maintenance on your cars, such as brakes, oil changes, and tires. Tink's Auto Trading Post, where less overhead means less markup. Remember to think Tink for your next great car deal. Tink's Auto Trading Post, 740-594-8465, or visit us on the web at tinksautotradingpost.com.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back to your Game of the Week Athens Insurance Services halftime show. Dusty Goldsberry here alongside Isaiah Lyle and Mark Hunter keeping us back on at the studio as the Federal Hocking Lancers trail 22-18 after a 3-score comeback. And you've got a game on your hands here at Lester and Betty Green Field in Stewart, Ohio. You don't want to go anywhere for this one, as we've got our game on our hands here. Isaiah, as we bring it back, the Lancer band doing a great job keeping this crowd pumped up at halftime. With about 6 minutes and 15 seconds left, and we'll probably get 3 minutes added on top of that.
You would think they might be able to bring people back out, but no.
I don't know anything
not.
anymore. I don't know anything anymore.
Not when it comes to halftime.
This game almost started 2.5 minutes early. We then had a double
2.5 minutes
a double pump fake onside kick to start the game, and it's been interesting.
Manchester's, you could call it circus football to a degree.
Yeah, I would, and that's kind of the way I described it in the first half. Is you don't really know what's going to happen. This defense does not stop moving the entire time they're on the field. Between
I kind of like it, but I also kind of hate it.
They line up 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. They dance. They move around. The linebackers move ahead of the defensive linemen, then back. You don't know who's coming from where.
Free safety is always no more than 10 yards away.
Yeah.
He's so close.
It is a strange formation defense, and you expect to see when you see a kickoff. We've seen 3 kickoffs, all 3 of them onside kicks, and all 3 in different ways. One of them was an illegal formation or illegal procedure, but they try an onslaught of different methods to get the ball back, and I like it. It makes football interesting, and certainly not something you see every Friday night for sure. But let's go ahead and as we're into the halftime show, I'm going to kick it over to you for stats.
Yeah, why not? We will start with these Manchester Greyhounds, and through the air tonight, Leland Horner. He is just about 5 for 10. He does have 65 yards, but nothing else besides that, really. Horner on the ground, he's got 34 yards and a touchdown. Mason Gilliam, he does lead the night for them with 51 yards. He's got a touchdown in there, too. Don't forget about Ronnie Elam. He throws in his own 21 yards and a touchdown. There is a man who has an extra rush in there. That is, Remington Hayslip, because he did get the 2-point conversion. Just a quick fullback dive. How about it? Through the air, it is Elam. He's got 33 on 2 catches, and Blythe has got 32 on 2 catches. So they're pretty darn similar right there. And then on the other side, Federal Hockey Lancers, Brody Rutter. You only got to look at the fact that when he completes it, it matters. He's 2 for 11 for 25 yards, but 2 touchdowns in there for those 2 completions. He's also got 34 yards and a touchdown on the ground so far tonight. Ty Walker, he's only got 6. Johnny Campanero's only got 9. Gabe Bray leading the way of everybody. He's got 52. Carson Jarvis, he has got 16 in there. Rutter, he actually started the night with a 42-yard reception on the first play from scrimmage.
That's right, and
Why
that's
not?
great. That's what I was saying. We said, hey, these are the guys that are being able to play additional roles, and they threw me off. I didn't know Campanero was even the starting quarterback in the first play of the game. I thought Rutter threw it to Campanero, but reverse that. And then Gabe Bray, he's got the 25 yards and the 2 touchdowns. He's been the only one to catch them there. So very interested. Obviously, Bray and Rutter kind of dependent on each other to keep doing well in this game, but also fighting each other for the Texas Roadhouse Player of the Game. They are. It comes down to it. Who wants that steak dinner? The 2 steak dinners from Texas Roadhouse at the end of this one. And I think they just know. They know each other, and they know what they want it. This is our last game here at Federal Hocking this year, so this is their last chance to get to the Texas Roadhouse Player of the Game. And both those guys in the running, as well as a few other guys. So, it could be up to anybody's ball game for that for sure. So we have a whole second half of football as we get back in. The Lancers coming out. Did they
warm up, or did they just come out?
They warmed up a little bit. They just kind of almost like a jumping jack formation style, but they haven't really actually warmed up for sure. So we're about 2 minutes and 32 seconds left here. We'll keep it here for just a minute.
Just to try to see what we're doing, yeah.
I want to...
Because Coach Mason's got his kickoff team on the field. Like, he's ready to go.
I mean, they were ready 2.5 minutes early on the pregame, so who knows what's going to happen. But, if I want to pick your thoughts here just a little bit, for Manchester to come out and get 3 quick punches back at you, this is a team that we've seen can put up points. Do they keep in the same formations and just see if they can make things happen? Or if it's one of those things that, do you try to run standard football? I will, if you call that standard football. I haven't really seen too much standard football from them in the first half. So do you try to go ahead and match, strong physicality football? You've got big guys out there. I think, you don't have as many guys, but
you're not opening
they
up
have
for
the
Gilliam
size,
very
that's
much,
for sure.
unfortunately.
And you're not, other than the first quarter of the game, Gilliam was getting some yards, but the Lancers have just really kind of shut him down.
Right, I said he has 51. He did pick up 34 in one rush in there.
Exactly.
So he's been held in check for the most part today.
And that's that's in part of the Lancers just closing in and playing great team defense. He's not an easy guy to take down with a one-on-one tackle, but when you get 2 or 3 guys and get that teammate mentality, you're getting that tackles in the backfield or a no gain. And that's really hurting this Manchester offense in the second quarter and allowing the Lancers to pick up and punch them right back in the mouth for those 3 times in a row. I think that's a recipe for success for this Federal Hocking offense. You just got to keep it up on defense. You got to keep giving yourself the chances and keep this Greyhound offense out of the end zone.
Right, the biggest things, almost keep them off the field. Keep them moving on that defensive side. It tires them out. And, I think the longer you play this game, the less likely you're going to end up with Ronnie Elam. I mean, he keeps popping in and out with what looks like an ankle injury. He jogged out about as slow as he could here to start here in the second half. So I would be interested to see if your leading receiver, your speedster out there, can play the full game for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, you've got Elam out with that leg injury, keeps coming in and out of the game, and then you got Joel Blythe, your other receiver. That's going to be your go-to guy out there because, we've seen Braylon Rickett a little bit, the junior, and he's got the long legs, but, you just don't see that he gets as many repetitions in there as those other 1 and 2 receivers out there. So, with about a minute left to go, I would say the captains are going out. Let's go ahead and take one more last break, and we'll be back for your game of the week here on Wild Country 107.7.
Since 1926, Athens Insurance Services has focused on doing one thing and doing it well, providing peace of mind through affordable, comprehensive insurance protection. Whether you're looking for car insurance for your new teenage driver, home insurance for your first home, protection for your business or life insurance, they've got you covered. Representing Central Insurance Company, count on Andrew, Mike, Kendra, Hannah, Chelsea, and Brent. Athens Insurance Services at 375 Richland Avenue. Call 740-593-6639.
Pidcock Glass is the largest full-service glass company in the area. They've been serving Southeast Ohio for over 30 years and have over 100 years in combined experience. They do it all: commercial, residential, screen, mirrors, tabletops, and heavy equipment. Have a unique issue? Just let them know. Check them out online at pidcockglass.com or call 740-753-4527 to set up an appointment or stop in at 500 East Canal Street in Nelsonville. Pidcock Glass.
Tax season's greetings from your friends at H&R Block. Whether you choose to file virtually, in person, or via drop-off, let's make it a season worth celebrating. File your way with H&R Block and get upfront, transparent pricing, expert help at every step, and a max refund guarantee that means you'll ring in the season by getting every dollar you deserve. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund. Limitations apply. See hrblock.com/guarantees.
H&R Block at 507 Richland Avenue in the old Morrison School Building in Athens. 740-589-5403. Who can you turn to when you need a general contractor? Choose someone with over 30 years of experience, is licensed and insured. Choose the professionals at J&K Contracting. They're a full-service commercial and residential contractor. From new builds to remodeling, J&K Contracting has you covered from the ground up. Excavating or concrete, roofing or siding, replacement windows or decks, kitchen and bathroom remodels. One call, they really do it all. Call J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521. That's J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521.
Think you have to settle for mediocre car insurance to save money? Think again. It's possible to get superior coverage and still save money with Erie Insurance. Customers who switched to Erie saved up to $951. It pays to compare. Switch and save with Erie.
Your Erie agent is McFadden Insurance. Get a quote today at mcfadden-insurance.com.
Annual savings based on new customers surveyed in March 2022 who reported savings when switching auto insurance. Individual premiums and savings will vary.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
And the Lancers will be kicking off to start this third quarter. It was the Greyhounds to defer to the second half, so they will be receiving and going right to left on your radio dial towards the Lester and Betty Greenfield scoreboard. Lancers will be playing defense going opposite way here, so it is a, Mark Hunter just let us know it is a cool 55 degrees out here in Stewart, Ohio, and it is football weather. Third quarter action to take place here. Lancers only down by 4, 22-18, and here we go.
Down by 4, but I haven't seen Johnny Campanero come back out on the field after he had that tough neck shot earlier. So quick onside kick gets batted down, and Rickett comes up with it.
Yeah, it was just number 18, Mason Gillum, able to kind of knock it down. And there you were, Rickett was able to just jump on top. But that's going to give good field position starting off this second half, as they'll start from their own 43-yard line, do the Greyhounds.
And they do start with 2 receivers same side. I think it's the first time we've seen them go this route. Putting both Elam and Blythe on the same side. They're going to roll out Horner. That's an interesting look.
And over the head, good rush in there by Walker. And you made Horner pull up just a little bit early. He couldn't release the ball fully and got it thrown over the head of his intended receiver.
Might have been a catch, but Rudder would have come down quick and kind of ended it too. So that ball was just a floater. And gotta be honest, I'm not sure Leland Horner is the man to run a little boot out of that.
Yeah, I don't think you don't really see him run too far out of the pocket, as this time he's going to keep it himself, and he gets up the middle, and he's going to fall forward for almost enough for a first down. We'll see if that's just enough or not, and they are going to say move the sticks just enough for a 10-yard pickup.
That's again, I believe the official on the far side's got him back by a yard.
Yeah, and our guy over here, he's got him forward. So a screen pass now. He's got blockers in front of him.
Manchester got that ball going literally as soon as White Hat spun his arm. I'm not even sure White Hat had spun his arm.
Yeah, I mean, it was that fast. They were moving the ball just like they were in the first half. They want to just no huddle, go as fast as you can. But that was a pickup of about 3 yards there, so now 2nd down and 7.
And they're still moving as quick as possible.
Ball on the Lancer side of the field to the 44-yard line. Snaps over. It's going to be another keeper. It's going to be Horner again. Horner gets the first down, and finally 4 flags come in.
It's going to be a face mask, unfortunately, just because how else are you going to bring him down? Unless it was a face mask on him.
So the back judge comes and confers here to the head official. And we're going to get to play on the penalty. So, yes, personal foul, face mask. And that's kind of the way the Lancers started this football game. So a big rush there by Horner, and it's going to tack on another 15 yards and take them inside the red zone to what looks to be the 16-yard line. My goodness. What was already a big pickup with the face mask adds another 15 on top of it.
Again, I think they're trying to make sure the ball is spotted correct. Everything is set because these Manchester Greyhounds are moving. And that's kind of what worked for them in that first quarter. They backed off it in the second.
This time they do hand it to Gilliam. Gilliam gets to the outside. He's got space, and that's a touchdown.
Quickly,
my goodness, 16 yards.
Just quickly gave it up to him, and, yeah, he bounced it outside. Lancers over pursued and left him all alone to get to that corner.
Yeah, he bounced one man outside, and he had daylight all day long to get to the end zone there. So they make it a 10-point game again, 28-18. We'll see if they come on for the 2-point conversion to try to extend that lead up to 12.
They are. They're just going to rely on their 2 big guys back there. They might even snap it to – no, they are going to try to roll out. Flip it out there, and finally Blythe pulls one down.
Yeah, Horner goes out to Blythe, and they bit hard, and that's going to be 30-18, 11-19. Didn't take them long to score here in the third quarter. Greyhounds up again, 30-18. We'll be back for your game of the week here on Wild Country 107.7.
Rutland Bottled Gas is a premier supplier of comfort. They make your life more comfortable with propane. Ohio and West Virginia customers have been depending on Rutland Bottled Gas as their premier supplier since 1947. With 9 locations that allow them to serve Ohio and West Virginia, it gives them the ability to service all your propane needs in a timely and efficient manner. With customized programs that'll fit your budget, such as prepaid, budget, lock-in, autofill, and market plans available. Give them a call at 740-742-2511 or visit them at rutlandbottledgas.com.
If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, come to Tink's Auto Trading Post, located on State Route 13, just off of Route 33 and Columbus Road in Athens. With over 30 years of experience, you can trust that you will get a great deal at a great price. We also offer routine maintenance on your cars, such as brakes, oil changes, and tires. Tink's Auto Trading Post, where less overhead means less markup. Remember to think Tink for your next great car deal. Tink's Auto Trading Post, 740-594-8465, or visit us on the web at tinksAutoTradingPost.com.
You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7 WSEO Nelsonville.
And Manchester goes for the onside kick out of the huddle, and it's going to be recovered by the Lancers. But this time they didn't do the double pump fake. They just went ahead right out of the huddle.
Right on one.
Almost like an Army formation charge. But that does give the Lancers back the football from their own 45-yard line.
This is actually about the worst positioning they've had in a while.
Yeah. Yeah, they've had possession on the side of the Manchester Greyhounds side of the field.
Caden Hafer was starting to move so early. He's been moving for 40 seconds at this point.
It's crazy. Oh, my goodness, what a tackle in the backfield. As we'll see who that was, number 49. That's Brendan Barnes, the senior. He gets in the backfield and gives a loss of yards there.
As he just scraped from the backside end position, timed his rush well, and nobody touched him because they were running away from him. And he was just fast to the ball.
So Brody Rudder comes back into the huddle to relay the play to the offense. Clock continues to run here. Third quarter action. Lancers drop another score here early in this third quarter as Manchester went down willingly, just, imposed their will on the Lancers in that first drive. This time it will be Bray. He's got to rush out to the right-hand side, gets back to the 50, and he's going to get hit out of bounds big time.
As he was running through the out-of-bounds line, and Brown's confused about why he's picking up the foul, but he was certainly out of bounds when Brown made contact.
Tackled him into the water cooler about 6 yards out of bounds. My goodness.
Now, don't get me wrong. Gabe Bray was running through the out-of-bounds marker, but you can't. And he got popped just enough that they're going to look at him as well, I believe.
He's saying he's okay, but he's going to come off the field for a drive there. That's going to be a personal foul. So that's going to be a good job there for the Lancers, though, and give them a first down and going to get it into Greyhound territory.
It was almost a first down anyways, but Bray did a good job. Again, running through that out-of-bounds line, trying to catch every extra inch. Just baited Brown into it almost, basically.
So to the 32-yard line, they take the ball. And you'll take any kind of yardage you can get, especially penalty yardage, as they gave up a big 15-yarder in that first defensive effort. Now they're getting on the receiving end of this one as Walker gets up the left side off the direct snap, and he gets up for about 3 more yards. So a second down play coming up for the Lancers.
Actually, just about 2. I don't know if the angle from the press box for us has just been off, but it looks, now they move it. It's just the stick. The stick was not moving properly.
I don't know that the chain ganger there is quite they're not quite as to the call as what we are. I'm thinking it was 3 yards, but it's going to be second and a long or a short 8. We'll say a second and a short 8.
Because they're under 10 seconds on the play clock. They got to move.
Yeah, they got to get going here.
They get Hill in the right spot. They do snap it at the right time, and Walker's running out left. They got a flag coming in. Lord knows it's going to be a hold probably.
It's in that vicinity. They'll stop the clock here and see what this, and that's personal foul, face mask.
Oh.
And that's going to be against the Manchester Greyhounds.
I don't know if it was face mask on the tackle or face mask on getting off a block. Well, they're going to walk at the full 15, so it is certainly
that's
on the
a personal
tackle.
Foul. So, again, another 15-yard penalty moving the Lancers down the field. And, hey, you'll take as many yards as you can.
As now they've got time to get up to the line whenever they want. Rudder gives the play, and he runs out to the left. Excuse me, to the right that time.
Ball's placed on the 14-yard line. 9:25 left here in the third quarter. Lancers trail by 12, 30-18.
Jarvis is a big confuser where he needs to be. I don't know if he's in the right formation. He does make the fourth man in the backfield, though, so that worked. Bray throws it again for Rudder.
And
he got it that time. Oh, we have a flag on the field. I don't know if that's going to be illegal contact or not, but there is a flag on the field out where Rudder and Brown were.
So the official calls the official that threw the flag called the touchdown good.
So he is going to say illegal hands. Oh, no, they're going to say Rudder moved early.
So that's going to come back, but my goodness, a good touchdown pass.
Were they lined up incorrectly? Because it's the same, illegal formation procedure. It's the same thing. So I'm not sure if, getting Jarvis in that spot where he was in the end was the wrong formation, the wrong lineup, or if somebody moved early. But so that's tough.
The official that threw the flag actually rose his hands for the touchdown as well. Do you just run through the actual formation of the play to let everybody know what it was, or do you call it back?
All right. I mean, he let it go, I guess. So now they're going to try it again, at least maybe. God, I can't tell who's rushing and who's not.
Now Bray's going to throw it again. Rudder this time. This one's picked off in the end zone, and that one's going to come back for a touchback.
As that was Bray again, just trying to do the same thing. Rudder on the crosser, and if you'd have hung it up there for maybe a half second more, Rudder might have been able to at least fight for it.
Yeah, he's got the size, but he just underthrew him just a smidge there, and with 9:01 left here in the third quarter, that's going to be a turnover for our first interception of the game.
Lancers got to bounce back now. You've got them deep again.
So starting from their own 20 this time, Greyhounds were able to move the ball easily on that first drive. Let's see if the Lancers defense can answer here and try to get this ball back and create an answer of their own.
As they hit. Nope. Horner keeps it again in the middle, and he said, I'm taking this over. If I didn't run enough in the first half, I'm running enough now.
The big man gets up to 9 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down and one, a short one, as he almost got to that 30. So he's got about half a yard to go before they get that first down again. Warner takes a snap. It's going to be a handoff to Gilliam, and Gilliam going to get wrapped up and finally taken down, and a flag's coming in.
As a Lancer just took him down by his helmet, completely, and he knew it as soon as he did. He's like, I grabbed him, and I shouldn't have. I just shouldn't have. I don't know why I did it.
So that's going to bring another foul there, and they had him in the backfield. They had him taken down.
Wasn't going to be a first down. They did a great job.
They're going to say face mask, but
right.
It was back of the helmet, so it was
same difference, unfortunately.
I know that was the actual face mask, but ripped him from the back of the helmet and down to the ground, and 15-yard penalty, another one. Both these teams keeping defense is keeping drives alive for the offense.
It really is.
By just creating personal foul penalties, and that's how we're getting most of our big gains down the field.
As Horner they direct snapped it to their up man again. See if he can get drugged down. They finally do. He does pick up about 8 yards, though.
Yeah, he's going to get past the 50-yard line and into Lancer territory.
They only going to call that 3. What are they going to call it? Again, they're on opposite sides of the the 49-yard line.
Yeah, the official on our side of the field just stepped back 2 steps. So, and
they ran a play before people were ready, or the Lancers called a timeout. Either way, they're just running plays as fast as they can.
And Lancers do call a timeout. We'll go ahead and take one with them. Be back for your game of the week on Wild Country 107.7.
Tax season's greetings from your friends at H&R Block. Whether you choose to file virtually, in person, or via drop-off, let's make it a season worth celebrating. File your way with H&R Block and get upfront, transparent pricing, expert help at every step, and a max refund guarantee that means you'll ring in the season by getting every dollar you deserve. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund. Limitations apply. See hrblock.com/guarantees.
H&R Block at 507 Richland Avenue in the old Morrison School Building in Athens. 740-589-5403.
Since 1926, Athens Insurance Services has focused on doing one thing and doing it well, providing peace of mind through affordable, comprehensive insurance protection. Whether you're looking for car insurance for your new teenage driver, home insurance for your first home, protection for your business, or life insurance, they've got you covered. Representing Central Insurance Company, count on Andrew, Mike, Kendra, Hannah, Chelsea, and Brent. Athens Insurance Services at 375 Richland Avenue. Call 740-593-6639.
You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7 WSEO Nelsonville.
And after the Federal Hocking timeout, the Greyhounds do snap the ball, and they get it to Gilliam. Gilliam kicks it up for about a 12-yard pickup, and
Hold
again,
on.
now Horner's going again.
They were not even set. Nobody was. I don't think your offense was set. I don't think the officials were set.
The ball was set on the ground, and that was about it. No, everybody else was just standing around.
I mean, they're letting them do it, but my goodness,
it's about as fast. I don't think the play clock can even get going yet, because I mean, as fast as they're snapping the ball, they're taking about 4 seconds off the play clock. That's just unbelievable how fast it is. There's another flag. Does a flag come in again?
I think that was a flag. Yeah, it's on the ground down there somewhere. That came from the middle official, so he saw something. And
that makes me want to think that one of those dive chop blocks. It might have been a chop block here,
or a high-low.
A hold. Okay, so as quick as they can get the ball off the field, they do get a hold against the Greyhounds. So that'll bring them back 10 yards.
And it looks like spot, so it is going to give him only second down and 15 or so. Oh, no, they walked a little further than I thought they would.
Yeah, so it was probably second down and 17 or 18 now at this point. So it's from their own 47-yard line.
Horner wants a play. He gets one finally.
They got to get to the 30 for the first down. They do a screen pass. They got a blocker downfield. Gilliam looking for a man, or looking for openings, and he does get up past the original line of scrimmage.
He's going to
pick up a good chunk.
Right, he is going to get 10 yards.
So that'll bring up now about third down and 7. Clock just gets under 7 minutes here in the third quarter. Lancers trail by 12. Horner takes a snap, looking for a man.
And just threw it all behind Blythe there. Never really had a shot.
Yeah, Blythe kind of fell down and just threw behind, like you said. But that'll bring up fourth down. See if the Lancers can stop them here on fourth down, because you're assuming they're going to go for it with the field position they got. Ball's on their own
I wonder if
38-yard line.
Running this speed is almost a detriment to Manchester. We saw them do it in the first quarter and then couldn't do anything in the second. And the Lancers... Oh, he dove, and he's going to be there.
He picks it up. He gets that. He needed about 8, and he got 10.
He's just going to start keeping him on all these reads at this point.
I mean, if you can't stop Horner up the middle, you're going to have to figure out a way to stop this offense, as now Blythe gets it on the outside and tackled out of bounds for a 2-yard pickup off the screen pass.
That one was a quick one there. Horner just getting it out as quick as he could. Now they roll the clock. They roll everything. And like I said, Manchester just died in the second quarter, considering they ran this fast in the first. I wonder if they're trying not to do it again, as that one's just up for Blythe. And no
over his head. Yeah, nobody could get to that one. Two defenders were there, but that was over the head of everybody.
So it is now going to be back to... Sticks say third. Is it third? I don't even know at this point.
Yeah, third down and 8. From the Lancer 27-yard line.
And they go Reed. Horner's got it. Lancers might have him if he can go down. They do. It's going to be 4th and 1.
To 4th and 1, and you got Horner at quarterback.
That's a tough ask.
Who's been able to, take these reads and just get 7 or 8, maybe 10 yards out of these reads. We'll see if they do it again.
They hand it to Gilliam right up the middle, and he gets it.
Yeah, Gilliam this time with the strong legs. He's got the first down, and it goes into the 10-yard line. I think that's where they're going to spot this one.
Just about.
So is that not quite the 10.
13 or so.
So they're able to get another first down if needed. But that's to the, well, they say the 11 now. Oh, it looks further than that, but
it's not. It's further back. As Gilliam outside is where he's going to go. Fights off Walker for a second. Dives around a Lancer.
He's still on his feet to the first down marker. And knocked out of bounds. We'll see where they end up spotting this one.
He's going to have a first. Ooh, or is he right on it?
And the official says keep the clock rolling. He didn't go out of bounds, so.
And it is going to be 9 yards for Gilliam. Didn't get the first. They run it, hand it to him, and he's got a touchdown.
Yeah, touchdown there. Just needed a 1 yard gain, basically, and they got it. Greyhounds touchdown, 36-18. And they extend this lead back yet again. So now it's a 3-score game yet again here, or now a 4-score game, I should say. Not quite.
No, still just.
I'm losing my mind.
They're up by 18, a chance to go up by 20. But again, like I was saying, they did this in the first quarter, then couldn't keep up with anything in the second.
They
I think
dropped out in the second quarter.
Too fast. So I wonder if you can, withstand this, do things like that from Dylan Scott, make a great defensive play on Elam. If you can withstand it, you've got a chance in the fourth quarter again, I think.
Yeah, there is a possibility. It's still third quarter, 4:50 left. So 36-18. 18-point lead. We'll be back for your game of the week here on Wild Country 107.7.
You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7 WSEO Nelsonville.
I'm Dr. Amy Maggard, and I'm a pediatrician at Holzer in Athens. Choosing to practice here meant coming home for me, and I'm able to give back to the community that I love. When it comes to local health care, think Holzer first.
I'm Dr. Aaron Ramsey, and I've been a chiropractor here at Holzer Athens for 20 years. I love this community and its people. That's why I choose to work and raise my family here. It's all about community, and that's why I think Holzer first.
Hey, it's me. Well, you from the future. Let's talk budget. Gas prices are going up, you blew your budget buying groceries, and here comes your bill for car insurance. Now, that's one bill you can control when you choose Erie Insurance.
Do your future self a favor and ask about Rate Lock from Erie.
The only thing going down is the waistline on our jeans. Yep, low rise are back in again.
Your Erie agent is McFadden Insurance. Get a quote today at mcfadden-insurance.com.
Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7 WSEO Nelsonville.
And welcome back after the touchdown by the Greyhounds. Puts the score 36-18. And they do have Horner over here to kick it off.
I think he's telling his guys are spreading out this time.
Not really sure still. They're in the huddle, so it's hard to tell what they're going to do.
He's giving them a call. They fake it, and they do spread.
So going to go ahead and kick it off, maybe for real, maybe not for real. We'll still see.
It's only as for real as it can be, unfortunately, as Horner's leg will probably put it on Scott over there on the far right.
So they do go ahead and kick it up. And it is picked up. Bray's got it to the 40.
If he gets a block or two.
To the outside, to the 50. Good field position. They're going to start from the Manchester 47-yard line.
Doesn't matter where you kick it. Seems like the Lancers get started about the 48-47.
And we got word that Johnny Campanero, who came out with a chest to neck injury in the first half there at the very end. His night is over. He is, out of the football uniform. I'm hoping just for precaution, and hopefully he's okay. But certainly a loss of spark there to this offense and defense for the Lancers.
It's going to matter here late in this game, but this is the time now where you've got to start turning it around if you're Brody Rudder in this offense, which, don't get me wrong, I like the formation where they've got everybody in the backfield, but something spread out like this, giving Rudder a chance, I like it too.
Oh, my. Ty Walker just took a big shot but stayed on his feet.
As out there was, I think Horner was the first man to meet him. Barnes did it together, but just popped. Horner did a good job kind of sniffing that one out.
Yeah, and he'll feel that one tomorrow as Walker shaking it off. And tough kid to get up and keep moving after that one. On a cold night, those feel extra hard. So now with 4:15 left in the third quarter, the Lancers still trying to find an answer, and they keep getting pushed back. It's going to be second down and 15.
You just got to withstand, I believe. You get deeper into this game, you've got the conditioning because you've got just enough extra numbers. Oh, wow, direct snap to Walker, and I don't think was supposed to quite work like that.
I don't know that was intentional, but it did directly go right into the hands of Walker as he was making the motion. I think it was going to be an end around for Walker, but he wasn't expecting it on the direct snap, and again, losing about 2 more yards, maybe 3 yards on that one, and ball gets put back to the 43-yard line, and it's a long 3rd down and 20. As Brady Rudder will come in to give the play to the offense. You got to think Rudder's going to have to launch it up here sometime and try to hit somebody downfield.
I mean, that's going to be it. But they got to get to the line. They got 3, 2, 1. Ball snap. They did get it off. No penalties. Down the middle. Oh, in and out of the hands.
Yep, Jarvis was the intended receiver and just couldn't quite come in with that one. He wouldn't have got probably the first down, but he would have been close enough for a 4th down, conversion there, at least try there. But now a very long 4th down attempt.
I think they jog on a couple different guys here. As Campanero is, can't punt, so I assume they jogged somebody into punt.
Well, you got
Bray, yeah.
Bray in the backfield to punt now, and this will be our first time seeing him punt, I think, this season, as Campanero was the punter. He is out for the rest of this game. Bray takes a snap. He's going to kick it. Good kick. End over end.
Hope it takes the right bounce. Ooh, going straight up. Maybe not, but then
takes
it does.
A high bounce, so down to about the 25-yard line is right where they'll get that. The 25-yard line is where they'll take that. And that's where Manchester will take over 1st down and 10.
3:03 in this 3rd. Manchester, going quickly here. Obviously, it feels a little cooler out there. You might be able to stay healthy a little longer, but at some point, somebody's going to burn out. And that's when the Lancers got to capitalize.
So now Horner goes back, shotgun set. He's got Gillum off to his right. 2 receivers set on the weak side as well. Still looking downfield and overthrows his receiver intended for Elam.
I'm not sure what happened there. Walker was right in the face of Horner. I'm not sure if there was an extra blocker there that we just couldn't see, or if Horner's kind of stiff-armed, because Walker didn't get any closer. He just kind of jumped.
Yeah, it was a strange, whether he was really going to try to knock it down from the line or what there.
As Coach Mason quickly directing Gabe Bray to be on the right side of the field here as they've flipped the 2 receivers. Horner's going to keep it in the middle, though.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Horner trying to get to the other side and cuts up the middle and towards the press box over here.
Does get 9.
And Horner just picking up strong workhorse yardage here.
So I don't think anybody's going to, anybody wants to stop it. I wouldn't.
I mean, at this point, you just keep running the clock. I mean, why do anything except run?
Gilliam on the outside. If the Lancers can get there, they can't.
And Gilliam going to try to keep it in bounds, but he does get run out of bounds just short of the 50.
Quick 20 yards.
So moving the first down sticks.
15, not 20.
They do mark him out at the 48-yard line, so they have it from their own 48 now. Horner, they're trying to move fast.
Up back,
up back again.
Gets 10 yards off, gets 13.
He gets 13 out of it. Yeah, my goodness, just the up back, they just can't stop that play. And it's gone, for all 3 times they've run it tonight, it's gone for 1st down yardage. Now this time, Horner already set. Not even 1 second comes off the play clock, and they go over the top and try to hit Blythe, and Blythe, he overthrows Blythe on that one.
They've been trying to hit Blythe against Rudder all night, and Brody Rudder just kind of been telling you no. It's not going to happen. I'm going to be right in the face enough that the pass isn't going to work, or I'm going to defend it, or I'm going to force you to throw it too long, which we've seen that a lot out of Horner as well. He just slings it.
This time they go ahead and hand it off to Gillum. Gillum still on his feet.
They do finally push him back. Help Walker gets about 5 there.
So they're going to call that 3rd down and 5 from the 35-yard line. They snap it again. Horner looking for a man. He does get his receiver. It's going to be caught by Blythe. And another first down. They're saying stopping the clock here.
Right, picks up just about 11.
So with 1:23 left in the third quarter, Manchester moving the ball down the field. First down and 10.
And they need to see they're going to try to avoid the burnout here by taking the timeout.
We'll go ahead and take it with them. Be back on your game of the week here on Wild Country 107.7.
That man. Call the man. Call the man. Just call the man. Just call the man. You better call that man. Call the man. We'll call the man. Call the man. Why didn't you call the man? I should have called the man like you said.
Call Coach's Appliance Heating and Air to take care of your appliances along with your heating and cooling needs. Call or text Nick today at 740-594-1865. That's 740-594-1865. A family-owned business since 1986. Coach's Appliance Heating and Air.
Want to know how to get more for less? I'm talking the most bang for your buck. It's the one and only McDonald's app, slinging deals every day. So start with your choice of any breakfast sandwich, like a delicious crispy chicken biscuit or tasty Egg McMuffin for just $3. Or spend just $1 and get free medium fries. The McDonald's app is out here doing the most, and you're getting more because of it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 9/16/24 to 10/6/24. Participating McDonald's. Valid when product served. Valid once a day. Must opt into rewards. Excludes tax.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back after the timeout taken by Manchester. It will be first down and 10.
Screen pass to Gilliam, and he's getting a little caught up there, but he shakes off a couple. Good job by Walker to plant him at the end, though. Only gives him 4 yards.
So after all that hustling, bustling, ripping and roaring and trying to get to the outside and making a hole, nothing there but 4 yards out of it. Maybe not even 4 yards. It was. It looks like they're probably going to give him about 3. Well, they keep moving the chain, so yeah, we'll give him 4.
Quickly, they go the other side, and that one is a forward pass. Even the kick, if it was behind line and it kicks off the face mask like that, that'd have been all day for Gabe Bray.
Yeah, they would have. He would have had daylight. So with 48 seconds, clock stops here. Third down and 8 is what they're going to say, but that's I think it's more third down and 6.
They run Horner up the middle, and he's got it.
Yep, Horner still on his feet, and another first down is Horner just with the QB read right up the middle. Doing the old fridge-style offense, just making guys carry you. You just carry him.
Yeah, he is. So now he's going to roll out, try to get it on the outside. Oh, in and out of the hands of Blythe. He looked away.
Yeah, Blythe was looking. He went for the catch, but he looked too far and tried to see if he had daylight ahead of him before he caught the ball.
It's just one of those ones that's, tough to see as a coach when you're making this kind of move. You got faith that you could put it back in the hands of Blythe there.
So with 36-18, 32 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Lancers did their best to put it in before the end of a quarter. Let's see if the Greyhounds can. They're going pass all the way. Oh, that's not in the spot. Oh, did he come back for it?
Oh, my. You've got to be kidding me. What a catch.
As that's Elam out there. Wow, just came back to the ball, even though Brody Rutter probably should have had an interception.
Yeah, I thought Rutter was in position to intercept that football, and Elam just did a good job to be able to maneuver his body back the other way, and not sure how. With the laws of motion don't really tell me that he could do that, but my goodness, what a heck of an athletic move there by Elam, and put another 6 points on the board for Manchester.
It was. Wow.
So now they hand it off to Gilliam, and Gilliam goes ahead in for the 2-point conversion. So that's going to be 44-18, 25 seconds left in the third quarter. We'll be back for your game of the week here on Wild Country 107.7.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Worried about running out of propane? Don't worry. Just call Rutland Bottled Gas. When you need propane, we'll be there. Rutland Bottled Gas. Always there when you need them. With their Keep Full program, you'll never be left in the cold. Rutland Bottled Gas, your reliable energy partner since 1947. Rutland Bottled Gas. Call 740-742-2511. Rutland Reliability. Always there when you need them. Ask about the budget, prepay, or lock-in rates as well. Visit rutlandbottledgas.com for more information or call 740-742-2511.
Discover your future at Tri-County Career Center, where students earn industry-recognized credentials in fields like nursing, HVAC, networking, and welding. Dive into a learning experience that equips you with the job-focused skills needed to succeed in the workforce, the military, or college. Whether you're eyeing our 2-year programs or adult courses, you too can boost your earning potential. Take the first step today. Call 800-637-6508 or visit us at tricountyhightech.com. Tri-County proudly supports all student athletes.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back after the heck of a touchdown catch there by, that was Ronnie Elam. It's going to put the Manchester Greyhounds up 44-18. And a quick little high kick there. And
Bray didn't get it. Oh, no.
Bray couldn't get it, and it's going to be fell on.
By Manchester.
And turnover yet again as they were just unable to collect it in. Bray thought he had it, was going to take off, thought he had daylight, but forgot one thing, and that was the pigskin.
You could tell as he was running up to it, as those last 2 steps as he approached the ball, it was too far, and he did his best to, turn the hands back, but just couldn't hold on.
So that is going to give the Greyhounds great field position as they'll start on the Federal Hocking 36-yard line with 25 seconds still left here in the third quarter. No time came off the clock.
The way this offense goes, they might throw one up here. Now they're going to hand it to Gilliam right up the middle.
And Gilliam going to fall forward to the 20, or I'm sorry, to the 30. So a 6-yard pickup there. And I think they're going to go ahead and let the clock, maybe they'll let the clock run out. They've been trying to run plays as fast as they can.
They are finally going to, yeah. He's telling them, don't get down. What are you doing?
So they do go ahead and, well, I was waiting for a second before we call our last break here of the quarter. We'll go ahead and be back with fourth quarter action here on Wild Country 107.7.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
There's only one perfect food for watching or listening to sports. Pizza! Get ready for the game by calling one of the 3 locations of Little Italy Pizza in Nelsonville, Gloucester, or New Straitsville. Dough made fresh every day with 3 crusts to choose from, with all the toppings a pizza lover craves. Little Italy Pizza also features mouth-watering subs, sandwiches, salads, and appetizers. Open 7 days a week. Gloucester, New Straitsville, and Nelsonville. Locally owned and operated.
Tax season's greetings from your friends at H&R Block. Whether you choose to file virtually, in person, or via drop-off, let's make it a season worth celebrating. File your way with H&R Block and get upfront, transparent pricing, expert help at every step, and a max refund guarantee that means you'll ring in the season by getting every dollar you deserve. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund. Limitations apply. See hrblock.com/guarantees.
H&R Block at 507 Richland Avenue in the old Morrison School Building in Athens. 740-589-5403.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
And we're back. Fourth quarter action set to take underway here as it will be a handoff. Gilliam has got the handoff, and he gets spun around for about
short.
a 3-yard gain. Yeah, he is going to be short of it, and I think it's going to bring up 3rd down and 1.
It's the first time we've seen a 3rd down a little bit here. Lancers need an opportunity. They need it now.
So the Lancers down 44-18, and this clock continues to run here in the fourth quarter.
Play call comes in. They got 3 options they could give it to for 1 yard, unfortunately.
Do they go to the up back again? Or?
And now they're going to start playing the clock, too. They're going to run down the play clock instead.
And Horner's going to keep it himself And just like we've seen it many, many times this second half, Horner goes all the way up to the 15-yard line. He needed one and picks up way more than that.
Needed one, picked up just about 16 instead.
So down to the 15-yard line, first down and 10. They need to get to the 5 for a first down. And again, no rush. We've seen a rush all night long from this Manchester offense, and now that they know they've got this game in control, they're going to go ahead and slow it down. That play clock will run.
You might have to call a false start. Your guy in the backfield came up out of that stance, but no. They're going to let him get all the way up there and get 9 yards.
Yeah, 9 yards out of that. So with 10:20 left here in the half, or in the ball game, I should say. We still have our Texas Roadhouse Player of the Game at the end of this game. Still have a few Lancers out here we'll discuss with, who's made some great plays from the Lancers, and we've had many plays. It's just a matter of who we can decide. But this time, play almost got blown up in the backfield, but falling forward, they do get the first down, and they're right to the goal line. They're close to it. Actually, to the 5.
They're just right to the 5, and they are going to say first. So it is going to be first down and goal. The 3 yards were picked up there.
So now first and goal from the 5-yard line. Manchester continuing to work this clock and move the ball down the field and inching closer into Federal Hocking territory. Or into the end zone, I should say. They're in the territory.
Certainly. Started in it.
And Gillum handed off. And he is going to rush for the touchdown. 5-yard touchdown run for Mason Gillum.
As we wondered just how they would be able to kind of, keep their momentum rolling here in the fourth after we saw them burn out in the second. It's the fact that they can take as long as they want now. Yeah. If they've got the lead, they feel comfortable. They can take as long as they want each play.
And with that, that'll actually turn into the running clock here. I don't think they didn't get that one in conversion, though.
But it's still running clock. Yeah,
50 to 18, a 32-point lead. We'll go ahead and be back for your game of the week here on Wild Country 107.7.
What's one of the worst feelings you can get? The one that hits you in the pit of your stomach. You can't find your keys. I have a solution. Announcing the new location of Athens Automotive Keys at 528 Richland Avenue in Athens. Dan and Gloria can take care of lost keys, transponder keys and programming, key duplication for house or business, and they now provide locksmith service. Athens Automotive Keys is open Monday through Friday, noon till 5:30 at 528 Richland Avenue, Athens. Call 740-590-6843.
Football season is here. Keep your athletes at their best with Holzer in Athens. Dr. Jason Cox Orthopedics and Dr. Aaron Ramsey Chiropractic Care are currently accepting new patients. From follow-up care to injury repair, our healthcare team at Holzer Athens will keep your athlete in the game. Call 855-446-5937 to schedule your appointment today. That's 855-446-5937.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back to your Game of the Week here. 50-18 is your score here from Federal Hocking High School as the Lancers just couldn't get it going here in the second half. And we'll now face the running clock as we'll see a kickoff from Manchester. Their last kickoff wasn't an onside, but Gabe Ray wasn't able to control it, and it was the fumble was recovered by Manchester and gave him another touchdown. So we'll see a poocher kind of kick here as we now get I don't know what the play on the field here. We're going to get
I think they're saying there were 12 and they were allowing somebody to come off the field?
Maybe they're making a substitution? I don't know.
Oh, do they not have they're missing a mouthpiece? They don't have equipment? I think they put somebody out there that didn't have a mouthpiece, unfortunately.
So, they blew it dead, and we're going to get a re-kick. This one's going to go out of bounds. So
and didn't even go 10 yards either.
I mean, illegal procedure, you're going to take it at the 50-yard line. I would say you just go and take it at the 50, right?
Right. I think, or is it re-kick?
I don't know. You re-kick or you just go and take that from the 50-yard line. I mean, it went exactly 10 yards.
I think they got to talk about what might be it here as the official walking Coach Mason through it.
So we'll see exactly what they say and relay it back to you. And officials still kind of conferring here as to
I think we're re-kicking. Looks like we're asking for a ball. Everybody's staying on their side. We're re-kicking. They don't really have to tell us what's happening in that moment, I guess.
Just kind of wonder.
Be nice, but they don't really have to tell us.
Did they re-kick from the 40? That's the next question.
Oh, that's a great point, I think. No, they are going to walk it back a little further.
Yeah, you got to go back, 5 yards? Right. Okay, yeah, they're going to mark it back to the 35 now.
Just 5 yards, just the 35. Typical.
We haven't got the running clock going yet because we haven't had an official play.
Right, it becomes just a typical illegal procedure penalty. Just 5 yards, re-kick, replay the down, whatever. Very interesting, though. Because I'm not sure if I've ever seen a failed onside go out of bounds right at or before 10 yards.
Yeah, literally right on the 50-yard marker.
Unless I was kicking it.
And, I mean, maybe Horner was just that good. He knew exactly what he was doing. He's got that 10-yard onside kick down.
See if he can kick
to
at 15. Oh.
I'm not.
Oh, wait a sec. Oh, watch out for Gilliam doing something funky here. Wait a second. Yeah.
What are we doing?
I think they have to throw a delay of game on. So now they walk him back another 5.
This is wild. We got a wild night of football here, Isaiah.
Well, not the Lancers. The Greyhounds have been playing circus ball most of the night, and now they're just going to shoot themselves in the foot a little bit.
Especially with kickoff. It's been mostly with kickoff.
True.
Dancing on defense, I get it. Okay, you dance on defense. I get that. But
we've only had a chance to see that defense once in this second half.
On the special teams, this is seriously some crazy stuff that you see.
Welcome to small school football.
It's small school football and a head coach that's got a lot of time on his hands for special teams.
Because now they are pointed at the other sideline, then they turned it. They're all over the place here.
Hey, they kicked it again. All right.
Oh, you got to let that one go out of bounds.
What in the world is happening here?
That was Rickett trying to go over people.
Okay. So we have a running clock. Is it or is it still on the first play possession here? So we got
first play possession still because of Train's possession.
Okay.
But nonetheless, Lancers are going to have to make some moves here. They are on the plus side of the field, where they've been most of the night, about the 47, 48-yard line.
So now 1st down and 10, and like you said, from the Manchester 47-yard line. We'll see if this Lancer offense can get anything going. At the end of the second quarter, Lancers, it was all Lancers. They had 3 quick punches, and they just haven't been able to get anything going since. But this one out to Walker to the outside.
And he's out.
One-man miss to the 40, gets up to the 30, and finally knocked out of bounds.
He does step out of bounds. Does everything he could to not, but he does step out of bounds at the 24-yard line there. Major moves, 24 yards.
That's what you need to see for the Lancers right there. Positive movement. It's taken quite a while for that to happen, but that's what you need to work on. You work towards getting that goal, and you're moving the ball down the field. Let's see if they can put 6 on the board. They get it to the 24-yard line there. So we'll see 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line.
They're going spread. They're going fast. Trying to make this defense tired.
I'd be tired from dancing all night, too.
Rudder with the pump fake. He's got to get away.
Yeah, this time he's sacked in the backfield. He takes it back. And actually, right almost to the line of scrimmage.
He's going to be right on the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard.
Yeah, only lost about a yard there. So 2nd down and 11. As Rudder was looking downfield, but he got wrapped up before he could get the ball away.
His pump fakes have been pretty good. His pump fake kind of sidestep away from the defense, been pretty good all night, but that one just couldn't get far enough away quick enough. Because they've got Horner resting at the moment on the defensive side. Not usually what you see, but trying to give that quarterback a little bit extra.
This time Rudder gets it off. Gabe Ray makes the catch. And just a couple yards on that, I think maybe about a 4-yard gain. So a big third down coming up.
Give him 5 total because they put him right back on that 20. His first catch since that last touchdown in the second.
Clock continues to run here, fourth quarter.
Defense is moving. Bray's moving. Oh, my God.
And
Jarvis got in the way.
Rudder kind of pushed Jarvis into a defender, but he got knocked down as well. In on that tackle, number 49, Brendan Barnes. And he's been a defensive hassle out there for this Greyhound defense. We've seen him make a few plays out there.
So now at this point, Lancers, you are under that 7 mark. By the time you get through whatever this drive is, you will be well under 5 minutes probably, unless you give it up now. So this is just run your offense. This is just do everything you can. Sending Walker in motion, getting it outside to him.
Walker trying to cut it back inside and couldn't quite get the hold there before he gets knocked down, but he does pick up
about
2 or 3, but that was 4th down. That'll be a turnover on downs.
So Manchester gets it back, and that is change of possession. So they do get to stop the clock, at least for a hot second.
So 6:22 left here in the ball game, and you just got to expect Manchester to probably run. You take Horner up the field, you take Gilchrist, and try to run this clock out as much as you can. Take the play clocks off, or take the play clock to your advantage.
Oh, yeah. Horner and Gilliam are the only ones touching this ball, I believe. Because the Lancers do roll a couple of young guys out there at the end. That's why they got to take a timeout to talk about it.
We'll go ahead and take one, too, and be back for your game of the week here on Wild Country 107.7.
Psst. Want to know how to get more for less? I'm talking the most bang for your buck. It's the one and only McDonald's app, slinging deals every day. So start with your choice of any breakfast sandwich, like a delicious crispy chicken biscuit or tasty egg McMuffin for just $3. Or spend just $1 and get free medium fries. The McDonald's app is out here doing the most, and you're getting more because of it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 9/16/24 to 10/6/24. Participating McDonald's. Valid when products served. Valid once a day. Must opt into rewards. Excludes tax.
In Nelsonville, Fred Wolf Automotive is your local solution to your automotive needs. Whether it's your first car or your last, they are here to help. People always ask, who is Fred Wolf? He was their great-great-grandpa who had a car dealership in Nelsonville in the 1950s. They thought it was fitting to bring his name and some of his entrepreneurial spirit back to life. The inventory is constantly changing, so if they do not have what you are looking for, please give them a call. Local people who love to help local people. Fred Wolf Automotive, located at 1273 Chestnut Street in Nelsonville. 614-309-1756.
The game of the week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back after the timeout taken by Federal Hocking. It is going to be first down and 10 from their own 19-yard line. The Greyhounds take over, and it will be
it's a new man in the back.
Horner's night is done at QB. It looks like they're going to keep it.
I think that was Elam down there. Is Elam also a senior?
So Elam kept that one himself and picked up 2 yards. Second down and 8. Horner trotting back onto the field here to take over possession, I'm guessing again.
Right.
Maybe he just needed a quick breather.
He just needed a breather still.
He's a big man. He's been running a lot of yards this second half.
He has. He certainly has.
So we'll see Horner in the backfield this time. Actually, it's going to be Elam again. He hands it to Gilchrist. And Gilchrist finds room up the middle. And now going up the left side, he's got 2 men that need to tackle.
And they do.
But
and
not
it's going to be a face mask still to do it.
Oh, goodness. That is not what you need if you're the Lancers, that's for sure. So
and then a Lancer goes down, still cramping up, hurt maybe. But it is going to be, it's a big game here.
Yeah,
Sticks for the first time doing the right thing and not moving quite yet.
Well, they get it down to the 31-yard line. Around the 31 is where he was tackled But as he was tackled, we do have a Fenhock player down on the ground. And we're going to go ahead and take a break here as we'll bring you injury updates here and be back for your game of the week here on Wild Country 107.7.
Our area is a great place to live. It's a great place to raise a family. One of our basic purposes is to serve the financial needs of this area. The money we lend is used to send kids to college, finance new businesses which create new jobs, and much, much more. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank. Together we grow. Member FDIC. Online at first-national.com.
Who can you turn to when you need a general contractor? Choose someone with over 30 years of experience, is licensed and insured. Choose the professionals at J&K Contracting. They're a full-service commercial and residential contractor. From new builds to remodeling, J&K Contracting has you covered from the ground up. Excavating or concrete, roofing or siding, replacement windows or decks, kitchen and bathroom remodels. One call, they really do it all. Call J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521. That's J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent is McFadden Insurance. Get a quote today by calling 753-1905.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back after the injury timeout. It was Better Hocking player Dylan Scott, the senior.
Oh, wow.
After the tackle there.
And they didn't even say it was like a face man. They said it was head-to-head contact. It was a target.
Okay, so, and Scott actually took the worst of that because he came out with a lower back injury. Just it must have either fell on the back a little harder or what. But
so I don't know.
He came off the field, so on his own power. We'll just see after the penalty, though, that takes the ball clear down to the 20-yard line. So on top of the run, you're going to get the ball, which was at the 31. I'm not sure why that's an 11-yard penalty afterwards, but I don't know anymore. It's going to be first down and 10 from their Federal Hocking 20.
And Horner's out on the outside. That's why they're just going to hand it to not Gilliam. Who is that?
That's number 7.
That's Brown.
Going to be, Emilian Brown.
Picks up 12 yards. As Emilian Brown, one of the few offensive pieces, at least in the skill side, that comes back next year.
So it does get knocked out of bounds, but with the running clock, it'll stay going. And now down to the 6-yard line. So with 4:25 left here in the ball game, first and goal.
And they're taking as long.
Well, they've got 10 seconds to snap the ball, so I don't know.
As they're going to have to take a timeout.
They were going to bring somebody on, and now they're not going to bring them on, and now we're going to get a timeout taken. So we'll go ahead and take it with them and be back for your game of the week on Wild Country 107.7.
Nothing really ever stays the same. Things get better or they get worse. Things grow or they get smaller. Communities are no exception. The life of a community is determined by the activities of the people who live there. What we do today will decide the future. Shop locally whenever you can. First National Bank. Together we grow. Member FDIC. Online at first-national.com.
Since 1926, Athens Insurance Services has focused on doing one thing and doing it well, providing peace of mind through affordable, comprehensive insurance protection. Whether you're looking for car insurance for your new teenage driver, home insurance for your first home, protection for your business, or life insurance, they've got you covered. Representing Central Insurance Company, count on Andrew, Mike, Kendra, Hannah, Chelsea, and Brent. Athens Insurance Services at 375 Richland Avenue. Call 740-593-6639. Since 1926, Athens Insurance Services has focused on doing one thing and doing it well, providing peace of mind through affordable, comprehensive insurance protection. Whether you're looking for car insurance for your new teenage driver, home insurance for your first home, protection for your business, or life insurance, they've got you covered. Representing Central Insurance Company, count on Andrew, Mike, Kendra, Hannah, Chelsea, and Brent. Athens Insurance Services at 375 Richland Avenue. Call 740-593-6639.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Okay. Welcome back after the timeout taken. It is going to be a run, and then we got an unsportsmanlike conduct coming in on
the Lancers. So it's going to be half the distance. Give the opportunity to this Manchester team to put one more in.
So it is, they've got the ball pretty close to the goal line already, and this is going to mark it in right on that one, right around the 1 yard line. So we'll see if Manchester's going to push it in again, or if we're going to go ahead and see the defense for Federal Hocking stand up here.
I think you've rotated out a few guys who you can't rotate out everybody, but there are definitely some new numbers on there. As Bray is off the field, I don't see Walker out there at the moment. He's on either. They're going to hand it right up the middle. That's Brown.
And Brown
finds
reaches
the goal line.
he gets across the goal line, and a touchdown for Manchester with 3 minutes and 2 seconds left here in the game. They extend that lead 56-18. And we have yet to see them kick an extra point tonight, so I'm going to guess they will continue going for the 2-point conversion.
Right, Elam runs all the way over there to pick up some kind of play. We'll see what they decide to run.
So they're saying, come on over. They got 14 seconds to get a playoff. So now they're saying we got 0 seconds, and that's going to be a delay game. Oh, they reset the clock. Okay. All right. Snaps over, and he's going to roll out to the right-hand side, looking to keep it himself. Now throws it, and it is good.
Was that his big guy? Was that Horner out there? It was.
Yeah.
There's a quarterback out there.
Yeah, Elam caught one earlier. Now Horner gets one from Elam this time. So they're spreading the love around. With now 2:20 left, it is going to be 58-18. We'll be back for your game of the week on Wild Country 107.7.
That man. Call the man. Call the man. Just call the man. Just call the man. You better call that man. Call the man. We'll call the man. Call the man. Why didn't you call the man? I should have called the man like you said.
Call Coach's Appliance Heating and Air to take care of your appliances along with your heating and cooling needs. Call or text Nick today at 740-594-1865. That's 740-594-1865. A family-owned business since 1986. Coach's Appliance Heating and Air. Who can you turn to when you need a general contractor? Choose someone with over 30 years of experience, is licensed and insured. Choose the professionals at J&K Contracting. They're a full-service commercial and residential contractor. From new builds to remodeling, J&K Contracting has you covered from the ground up. Excavating or concrete, roofing or siding, replacement windows or decks, kitchen and bathroom remodels. One call, they really do it all. Call J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521. That's J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back, as it is time for a kickoff, as we'll Manchester scores yet again, 58-18. They lead this one with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left here in the ball game.
Is Horner going to really put a leg into this one? He seems to be lined up deeper than he has all night.
He does. He kicks it longer than I've ever seen him kick it in my life. So we go in. It's going to go all the way clear to the end zone. And they do get touchback, so they'll get that one as Lancers will just take over on possession here. But he got all the way to the end zone that time. That's the first time we've seen it actually, I think, go past the 35-yard line all night.
And the clock is rolling. It's going to be at a minute 30, and now we got another flag. I don't know where that flag just came from.
So now we have another flag.
I think somebody might have been talking as the referee walked by. No, he is pointing towards, interesting, pointing towards Manchester on this one?
I don't know.
As guilty party looks possibly like Joel Blythe. He's the one who made a move after an official said something.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, and yes, this time it is going to be Blythe.
I think he was just talking.
And unfortunately, you shouldn't be talking. There's just no. At this point, you've won the game. You don't have to say anything. It's
right.
At this point, that it's just the unsportsmanlike conducts aren't necessary. But now we go under a minute to go, and they'll walk this off, and Lancer's going to call a timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here. And Isaiah, as you're working through stats, we'll go ahead and talk. The Lancers, if you're just joining us, we had this game at halftime, 22-18, and the Lancers had just put up 3 big scores on the board, and we're working their way back in. It looked like momentum was definitely swinging the Lancers' way, but then the second half came out, and it has been all Manchester in this second half, and Lancers just unable to really get anything going in this second half at all. Really not much positivity out there when it comes to yardage or too many plays. I mean, they came out in their first drive to have a little bit going on, but, it's just nothing's been consistent in this second half the way it was in the first half. And, you lose a player like Johnny Campanero in the first half. He was a big spark to that offense and defense.
He had been, yeah.
But just one player, you've got to be able to pick that up. And next man up situation, you've got to be able to replace that. And even though it's hard to replace an athletic kid like him that makes those plays, you've got to have your other guys step up. And in the second half, that just didn't happen, and the game got away from him. But after the timeout, Federal Hocking going to go ahead and snap this one. Rudder snaps it, hands it off to Jarvis. Jarvis going to get taken down in the backfield and lose about a yard there. So with 40 seconds left here, you got about a 5-second difference between game clock and play clock. And we'll see if the Lancers will just run it one more time or what we'll see from Lancers here.
As for some reason, Leland Horner is going to play free safety and stand as far away from the ball as anybody on the Manchester defense has all night. We get an official timeout. I think there was actually one of these Manchester players is actually a lot more hurt than we may have realized. He popped up, but now they're like, we got to get him off.
Yeah, that's going to be number 7 actually coming off the field. That's
Emilian Brown, I believe.
Emilian Brown.
They're like, he's walking fine, but they're holding him up. Blythe was signaling to the head, so he might have just taken one. And I think
actually, it's actually not going to be Emilian Brown. Emilian Brown was actually helping off the field. That's number 93, Avery Gilliam.
As they do blow the clock, and everybody's just going to accept that as the end. Everybody's lining up.
All right, so we'll take our last break and be back for your post-game show and give away our Texas Roadhouse Player of the Game here on Wild Country 107.7.
Let's be honest. The only way you should have glass work done around the house or at your business is by a professional. And that professional is Pidcock Glass in Nelsonville. They do glass replacement, storm window and repairs, and patio door glass. They do custom glass, mirrors, plexiglass, and Lexan. They can even cut custom glass of all shapes. Call Pidcock Glass today at 740-753-4527 or stop in at 500 East Canal Street in Nelsonville. Check them out online at pidcockglass.com.
Are you planning to install a new garage door or garage door opener? Don't do it yourself. Call the experts at My Garage Door Company in Athens, a family-owned company, father and son, in business for over 10 years. They are certified and can do service and repair on all garage doors, mainly residential and light commercial. Call today for an estimate, 740-818-2915 for My Garage Door Company.
I'm Dr. Amy Maggard, and I'm a pediatrician at Holzer in Athens. Choosing to practice here meant coming home for me, and I'm able to give back to the community that I love. When it comes to local health care, think Holzer first.
I'm Dr. Aaron Ramsey, and I've been a chiropractor here at Holzer Athens for 20 years. I love this community and its people. It's why I choose to work and raise my family here. It's all about community, and that's why I think Holzer first.
That man. Call the man. Call the man. Just call the man. Just call the man. You better call that man. Call the man. We'll call the man. Call the man. Why didn't you call the man? I should have called the man like you said.
Call Coach's Appliance Heating and Air to take care of your appliances along with your heating and cooling needs. Call or text Nick today at 740-594-1865. That's 740-594-1865. A family-owned business since 1986. Coach's Appliance Heating and Air. Who can you turn to when you need a general contractor? Choose someone with over 30 years of experience, is licensed and insured. Choose the professionals at J&K Contracting. They're a full-service commercial and residential contractor. From new builds to remodeling, J&K Contracting has you covered from the ground up. Excavating or concrete, roofing or siding, replacement windows or decks, kitchen and bathroom remodels. One call, they really do it all. Call J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521. That's J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back to your post-game show here on Wild Country 107.7. The Lancers fall to 2-6 on the season as the Manchester Greyhounds go to 3-6 on this 3-5 on the season. I apologize. After a 58-18 blowout victory here in the second half. Only had a 4-point lead going into the half, but they opened it up in the second half, and really Lancers just weren't able to answer at all in that second half. It was all Manchester all day. Manchester imposed their will in that second half of football. But Isaiah, we got stats to go over, and Federal Hocking, they fall again tonight, but they got 2 more games to look ahead of, and you can't take an L on the chin. You just got to look ahead.
Right, you got one more game, at home next week, I do believe, against Madonna. So you got a couple West Virginia teams to finish up your season here. Still looking for that third win. Get lucky, win them both. You can still be sitting there at that possible 16 spot. But you got to get a little lucky there. Tonight, maybe you could say the second quarter was like, I think it's just one of the best quarters of football they've played all year. The way that we saw them play in that second quarter, they grinded out every yard they needed. They did the right things. They executed pretty well. And they just couldn't quite, come out in the second half with that same fire.
Yeah. I looked at that in the first half and I said, well, this is a team that has the momentum going into the second half. That just was not the case.
Unfortunately.
It really, really proved me wrong on that one for sure. They just couldn't get it going. The mistakes they were making in the first quarter continue to happen into the second half after I thought they had the momentum happening. And then you see the score of 58-18. And that really pretty much wrapped it up at that point.
Right. They came out and just let Horner run it as many times as possible in that third quarter. And it broke them. It broke the Lancers, unfortunately.
So, that wraps it up here tonight for them. But we do have some stats. And we do have our Texas Roundhouse Player of the Game that we still are going to give out. We had some great plays in the first half, by a lot of players. And it was a tight race. But we finally were able to conclude who won that Texas Roadhouse Player of the Game and the dinner for 2 to Texas Roadhouse.
I will start with stats, of course, though. 12 for 24, 113 yards and a touchdown. That is what Leland Horner finished tonight, the hefty quarterback out there. He finished with 108 yards on the ground, too. Just grinded out about 74 of them in that second half. Mason Gilliam, he's got 139 yards and a touchdown. How about it for him? You've got, Ronnie Elam. He does have 23 yards on the ground and a touchdown. You can go ahead and add 48 yards and a touchdown through the air for him him as well. The upback, your fullback, Mr. Remington Hayslip, he gets in there with 20 yards. Why not? And Emilion Brown gets a touchdown and 14 yards as well in that garbage time. The other receivers out there, Joel Blythe, he's got 47 yards, and Gilliam himself, he brought in 14. For the Federal Hocking Lancers, it was a 5 for 15 for 56-yard night there, and 2 touchdowns for Brody Rudder. Didn't do a whole lot in that second half. In fact, he didn't run at all in the second half. Finishes with the 34 yards and a touchdown. Walker finishes with 9 yards. 58 yards is what Gabe Bray finishes with. Just 1 rush for him, unfortunately, in that second half. Jarvis finishes with 16 through the air. Rudder, he picked up 42 yards on the first play of the game and did his best. And then 30 yards with the 2 touchdowns for Gabe Bray. And Walker himself, he does have 32 yards in the air as well. Your Texas Roadhouse player of the game, maybe you put it together from the stats you heard, but it is Brody Rudder, the starting quarterback tonight. Stepped out there and had, played a good game on offense. I would argue he played an even better game on defense. He was out there against Blythe and against Elam for a lot of the night. And in that first half, it mattered. They weren't getting passes down the field.
Yeah, they could not throw against Brody Rudder on defense. And as much as a help as he was out on offense, those deep pass plays were just being able to be shut down by Brody Rudder's defensive back plays, and that really has overtaken his reasoning for making him the Texas Roadhouse player of the game and winning that dinner for 2 to Texas Roadhouse.
Certainly.
And that's going to wrap it up here tonight. We hope everybody enjoyed every minute of the football game tonight. Week 7 action is wrapping up. We'll have Week 8 action next week as
we're in Week 8. It's Week 9 next week.
And Week 9, oh my goodness, I don't even know what I'm doing here. As Week 8 just wraps up, it's running so fast I don't even know what's happening.
I know.
So Week 9 next week, my goodness, playoff action right around the corner. I wasn't expecting that, but that'll do it here tonight for Isaiah Lyle and Mark Hunter back at the studio. I'm Dustin Goldsberry. Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend. This is Wild Country 107.7.
Tonight's high school football game on Wild Country 107.7 was brought to you by Pidcock Glass, McFadden Insurance, Tinks Auto Trading Post, your local McDonald's, First National Bank, Little Italy Pizza in Nelsonville, Gloucester, and New Straitsville, J&K Contracting, Fred Wolf Automotive, Athens Insurance Services, Athens Automotive Keys, Rutland Bottled Gas, Tri-County Career Center, H&R Block, Holzer Health System, and Coach's Appliance Heating and Air. Join us again next time for more exciting high school football action on Wild Country 107.7 WSEO Nelsonville.